I'm absolutely talking about scientific physics, just so you know. I'm talking about the most current
Okay.
physics that we understand.
Ah, there you go. That we understand, that we were taught
Yeah,
in
we
school.
understand it very well, extremely well. We understand this
Yeah, that's the
extremely well.
problem.
What?
The problem.
The
And this
problem
is
is that we
why.
understand it extremely well. That's a fucking problem. You're an idiot.
No. Yeah, if it's wrong, if it's based on
But it's not wrong.
assumption,
It matches reality.
yes, it is.
Demonstrate that it's wrong,
It's
because we do.
all based on
No,
assumptions
it's not.
and
Where's what assumption? What assumptions?
approximation.
What assumptions?
All of your calculations are approximations. Every single
Well, they're
physics.
approximations, but they're not
Speed
assumptions.
of
So where's the
light
assumption?
is a very good example, and I've
Speed of light has been measured,
it
just
is
so you know.
not constant,
It
and
absolutely
you
is constant in a
believe
vacuum.
no, it's not.
Demonstrate it's not constant in a vacuum.
It's not
You're
constant
just repeating yourself. Stop repeating
ever
yourself.
through. It depends on the medium
That,
it
that, that doesn't change
travels.
the speed, and I'm talking about in a vacuum. I said in a vacuum
It's
because that's what general relativity claims is in a vacuum, the speed of light is constant. Demonstrate that to be wrong.
it was never
It
measured
has been measured. You're an idiot.
ever in that vacuum.
You're an idiot. Every
You're
time, every
wrong.
time, every time we communicate with a satellite
It
or
was
shut up.
assumed.
You have to shut the
Einstein.
fuck up. Let me finish my goddamn
My,
sentence. I'm just gonna move you to the audience if you don't shut up. So listen. We have measured the speed of light. Every time we communicate with a satellite or a rover on a different planet, we're measuring the speed of light because they're time stamped. Mark, you just don't understand the physics. The other guy I was talking to, I don't remember your name. You don't understand the physics. I've spent 35 years studying the physics. I understand it. You're just wrong.
Studying wrong physics makes you right.
I'm studying correct physics. I'm studying peer-reviewed physics and textbooks.
No,
Hey, shut up,
Einstein
shut up,
is
shut
full
up.
of shit.
Hang on.
Donald, you're
Shut up. Hang
actually
on. One sec.
incorrect.
One sec. So you didn't even hear the sentence that
Don't mute
you
me. You're
didn't. I'm just
incorrect.
gonna move you to the audience if you don't shut up, Mikhail. So Mark, you didn't hear my entire sentence. I study peer-reviewed journals and textbooks exclusively. So I'm studying the right physics
But how do you know you're studying the right physics?
because
What
this is
if you're, you,
you asked me a
no, what
question.
if you're
Wait,
studying
you
for the
asked me a
wrong
fucking
people?
question. Stop after you asked a question. You asked me a question. How do I know I'm studying the right physics? Because it's the physics that matches reality. That's how I know because of
But
experiments.
listen, you don't even know the correct reality because you're out here claiming that God doesn't exist. So you're studying the wrong. You're studying.
Oh my God. Demonstrate that
That
God
is very
exists.
very poor argument, Miko.
Mikhail, demonstrate that God
Listen, and
exists.
I'm not arguing
Stop,
with
stop,
someone that's.
stop. Mikhail,
I'm not
you
arguing with
said,
somebody.
stop talking for a second. You said that God exists. Demonstrate that God exists, please.
You want to know how he exists? Because look at me, I'm here and breathing. Thank you.
That's not a demonstration of God existing. That's just a demonstration of biology. So demonstrate that
So
God is.
this is,
Stop,
and guess
Mikhail,
what?
Mikhail. Stop talking for a second. I'm
Biology
just gonna
is.
move you to the fucking audience if you don't shut up. So listen.
See, you're mad. What are you mad about?
I mean, I told you what I was gonna do if you didn't shut the fuck up. I don't understand. So listen. If you want to use biology as a demonstration of God, you have to connect the biology to the God in a way that the God is the only thing that can be responsible for the biology, and you can't do that. So that's the only time I can move you to the audience. So you must control yourself. If the next time,
Listen, what I want to say.
listen to my words. The next time I move you to the audience, I will not be able to bring you back up. Just so you know, you'll be stuck in the audience forever if you don't control yourself.
Well, all I have to say is I'm not arguing with no Indian that can't speak proper English. The guy
Why
who
are
is
all
trying to
theist
learn his lip.
microphones garbage? I can't understand what you're saying, Mikhail. Your microphone is garbage.
I said I'm not arguing with no Indian that cannot speak
I
English.
can't understand you. Your microphone is garbage. Do something about your fucking microphone, dude. Move it. Change your position. Do something about your fucking microphone. I cannot understand what you're saying.
I said I'm not arguing with somebody that cannot speak proper English.
I speak proper English.
I'm talking about the Indian guy.
I can't understand what you're saying, man. You have to do something about your fucking
I
microphone.
Can you hear me now?
It's exactly the same.
Can you hear me now?
That's better.
I said I'm not arguing with the Indian that can't speak proper
I
English.
mean, I heard that part. It was the next part I didn't hear, you racist piece of shit.
Pardon? I'm racist?
Yes! Because
Well, guess what? I'm not arguing with
you're
no Indian.
discriminating against an Indian that you think doesn't speak proper English, but I understood that person very well.
No, guess what? All I could hear was a rate and a
I'm not
rate.
going to listen to a racist piece of shit be a racist piece of shit. You can be a racist piece of shit in the audience all you want. If you put anything in chat that's racist, I'll just delete it. So is there anybody else on stage or in the audience who wants to actually have a conversation? Because that would be amazing. I have my kitty next to me.
When does repulsive gravity ever happen?
At high energies and low entropy, gravity becomes repulsive. The polarity flips because of pressure and heat.
I said when, not how.
13.8 billion years ago.
So it only happened once?
Yep. It happened at the beginning of the universe, and then once the entropy state changed, the repulsive gravity turned into an attractive gravity. Because of a lack of heat and pressure.
Prove this, right?
Yeah, we can mathematically demonstrate this, and we can demonstrate it experimentally at the Large Hadron Collider.
So it never happened ever again, and you could prove it.
It hasn't happened since the earliest moments of the expansion, yeah.
And then you have an argument that God doesn't exist, but you can never recreate repulsive gravity.
We don't have to recreate it to demonstrate that that exists. Tom, welcome to the stage. Also, Essen and Amadi.
Thank you.
Good friend, I don't remember if I welcomed you or not.
Yeah. I'm in a noisy cosmic background right now.
Alright, well, anybody else want to have a conversation? I mean, I can demonstrate that nothing's ever been created. And if there is no creation, there is no creator.
And things are created every day. And
the definition of creation is the bringing into the existence of the universe, generally by a god.
Oh.
By an act of God. So that, yeah, it is. It 100% is. Do you need me to like give you the definition from Google, from like it's Oxford? Creation.
That is one of the many meanings.
And that's the one that I'm using.
But it has many meanings.
But let's see here. So, the bringing into of existence of the universe, especially when regarded as an act of God. Exactly what I said. That's the definition I'm using for creation. If you're not talking about that, I'm not talking about creation. You're not talking about creation. Lily, welcome. And Dino, feel free to come on stage. Welcome to my room.
So that is similar to your repulsive gravity theory.
So the repulsive gravity is not a theory, it is a law inside of a theory.
But you can't recreate it.
It doesn't matter, I can still demonstrate it to exist.
How?
How with the Large Hadron Collider?
Approximation.
Hello? You asked me a question. Allow me to answer the fucking question. So we can demonstrate that it exists because of the Large Hadron Collider. We do 1 billion experiments a second. And all of them are getting as close to the earliest moments of the expansion as we can, and we can demonstrate that repulsive gravity is a thing, even if we can't actually recreate it 100% and without any sub.
Again, approximation and assumption.
No, what's the assumptions?
It never happens. You can only get close to something happening.
But we can still demonstrate the thing. So what are the assumptions, though?
What do you mean? You can demonstrate what?
Dude,
You
answer the
just
fucking
said
question.
you
Answer my
can't.
question. Answer my
You just said
question.
it
Answer my
done.
question. Answer my question. What are the
Never
assumptions?
done.
Mark,
That gravity doesn't attract, it actual repulses.
that's not an
When
assumption. That
create
that
that
is a result of the calculations, man. That's not an assumption. What are the assumptions?
Fugazi calculations based on assumptions
What are the assumptions?
that it can actually happen
That's
because
not an
you can't
assumption.
create
We
the
can
experiment.
demonstrate that. You're an idiot.
You can't demonstrate it.
We can. You're wrong.
How?
With the Large Hadron
It's
Collider.
never been done. You yourself said it.
We can demonstrate that it happened even if we can't recreate it perfectly.
Really?
Yeah.
So it sounds like it
Sounds like physics.
sounds like the same argument that
It's not an
God
argument, it's a
exists
demonstration.
because
It's not an argument. Dude, stop. Stop. You're already wrong. It's not an
you
argument.
can't prove
Stop.
it.
I
You
can.
can't prove
Oh my
it.
God.
We can,
I can.
but it does.
Dude, you must stop. Either tell me what the fucking assumptions are, or look at the data from the demonstration and experiments. They're not arguments. They're not assumptions. They're fucking objective reality. Mark, I don't know if you know it, but you're fucking muted.
Whenever does gravity ever been observed to repulse? Ever?
We can demonstrate that it happens at the Large Hadron Collider. Again, you're just repeating yourself.
No. You demonstrate it can or
What I'm
can't.
going to do is move you to the audience. And until you can come up with something that's just not repeating yourself, stay in the audience. You have to come up with something that's not repeating yourself. You've repeated yourself 15 times now. It's all based on assumptions. It's all based on assumptions. I ask you what the assumptions are. I don't know. You can't tell me what the assumptions are. You say, oh, we can't demonstrate it. But we can demonstrate it. Well, you can't recreate it. I don't have to recreate it to demonstrate that it happened. That's moronic. All right. Is there anybody else in the audience who wants to have a conversation? Morpheus, welcome. Zeleny and Yogi, welcome to the stage, Morpheus.
I think your reason is flawed.
What reason?
On nothing can be created.
I can demonstrate that.
Yeah, because you're inside the universe, right?
I mean, everything's
So it's
inside
kind of
the
like,
universe.
I can give you an analogy, right? So let's say I was a
I don't
computer
need
programmer.
analogies.
All right, well, I'm gonna give you an analogy.
Well,
You don't have to
I
need it.
don't need an analogy, but go ahead.
So it's like if I was a computer programmer and I created this program, but inside the program, I made it where nothing can be created inside the program. That doesn't mean that the program wasn't created. It just means that within inside the program, nothing can be created.
Well, I mean, the program.
So you're like the person that's inside that program.
I get it. Stop. The program.
So it's flawed.
Stop. The program was not created. It was built from other stuff.
How do you know that?
Because all programs are built from other stuff. They're built from ones and zeros, and electrons, and switches.
I'm giving you a hypothetical.
Yeah,
right?
Which is
So-
not analogous at all.
So you don't know that nothing came before this. It's like saying
Demonstrate
somebody
that there
created-
was stuff before this.
it's like saying if I
No. I
it's
can
like saying-
stop. I can demonstrate that there was stuff.
You can't.
But yeah, I
You
can
can't.
though.
No, you can't.
I certainly can.
No, you can't.
Stop repeating yourself and tell me why I can.
All right,
how I can.
demonstrate it then. I just think
Okay,
it's flawed.
Sure, it's not flawed. Look, I'll show you how I know this. It's extremely easy. Give me just 1 second. The core theory. All right. So you're going to have to click on a link. Can you do that? I'm going to put a link in chat. I'll click on it too so you know that it's not like harmful or anything. So I've clicked on it. It's just a Google search results. Have you clicked on it?
Just demonstrate it.
That's what I'm doing right now, but you have to click on the link.
You should be able to explain it.
Yeah, but I have to show you something.
Oh, so you can show me.
That's what a
How did that-
demonstration is showing you something to exist. That's what a demonstration is.
But we're on the talking app, and I don't feel comfortable clicking on links. that
It's
I
a
don't
Google
know if
search
they-
result. I've clicked on it.
Yeah, well, I don't. How do I know? I'm not there with you. I can be just as skeptical as you.
This is
You
not
know,
skepticism. This is just ignoring evidence. You're not being
all right, well,
skeptical. You're just
I'm not
ignoring.
ignoring evidence. I'm
You
just
are. You won't
skeptical.
even click on the fucking link.
I'm
You won't even
skeptical of
look at the goddamn
I'm
evidence.
skeptical of your claim that you clicked on it.
What?
I'm skeptical. I have no evidence that you clicked on it.
Okay. Do you have Discord?
So do I have Discord? No, I don't have Discord.
Oh, well, shit. Then your technology is garbage. If you won't click on the evidence, then I can't show you the evidence. But what the evidence shows is that at the quantum scale, which the entire universe was quantum at the earliest moments of expansion, energy is strictly conserved because there's an energy mass equivalence. And every single experiment that's ever been performed by humans has conformed to energy conservation laws. Especially,
Right within the universe, right?
Especially, yeah, everything's in the universe, especially on the quantum scale.
Right. So it's all within the universe. So it's like
There's
just
nothing
like going
except
back.
for the universe. What
It's just
else
like
is
going
there
back to
besides the
that.
universe?
It's like going back to that analogy that I made earlier.
Which was
If there's a
flawed. You can't do
program,
that. You can't do that because it's a flawed analogy. I
if there's a
explained.
program
Stop.
and a creator
Stop.
created,
Oh my God! Fucking stop! Stop! It was a flawed analogy that I dismissed. You cannot use it again. This is a reset and loop, and I'm not going to accept it because I've already demonstrated that it's a flawed analogy that doesn't work.
actually, it's a great analogy.
It's a horrible analogy, and I demonstrated that, and you did not
It's
listen.
an amazing analogy, actually.
It's fucking stupid, and I showed you how it was stupid.
Demonstrate
and you
that it's
just
stupid.
Fucking ignore because nothing was created on the program. The program was made on a computer. Computer is physical switches and electrons. Nothing was ever created in the program.
Yeah, but you're just saying that, like, so basically within this analogy, right? And it's just a hypothetical. There's a programmer, there's a person that created a program,
But there was no
and with
creation in
inside the program, he
Programs
created
aren't created.
conditions. He created conditions where nothing in the program
Programs
can be
cannot be created.
Okay, but you're not getting my analogy.
Your analogy is flawed.
And your idea that nothing can be created is flawed.
No, the program was not created.
But how do you know that?
Because
Like, how do you
it
know
is
that
physical. It was built from computer. A program is built on a physical computer. You cannot have a program without a physical computer. So nothing was created. You just transformed energy into different forms.
But this is the thing. You don't know that the universe wasn't created. You're just saying that because
I
you're
can
going by the
demonstrate that the
current.
universe wasn't
You're
created.
going.
I
You're.
can stop
You're.
talking.
Hold
Stop
on.
talking. Stop talking.
You're going by that.
Stop
You're
talking.
going by.
Stop talking. Stop talking.
You're going
Just
by the
gonna
laws
move
of
you to the
physics
audience
as
if
we
you don't
know it
shut the
within
fuck up.
inside.
I'm just going to move you to the audience now. So listen, I can demonstrate that nothing has ever been created. And if you just click on the link, I'd be able to show you. But you're ignoring the goddamn evidence.
Hey,
You won't
Donald,
even look at the fucking evidence, you
do you
dumbass.
do you believe in the big crunch?
I don't have any idea about the end of the universe. It's either gonna be inflation acceleration, or it's gonna be
The big crunch
middle
is
of a sentence. Middle of a sentence there. So it's either gonna be the inflation accelerates faster and faster, or it's going to stop accelerating and collapse. I don't know which. Neither
is that
does
the end
physics.
of your sentence?
Dude, were you even listening to what I said?
Yes, I did.
Okay, what did I say?
You're talking about you said expansion and collapse. I kind of been in your rooms. I understand what you're saying. So the big crunch is theorized to violate the second law of thermodynamics.
No, it
First of all, let's describe the big
It
crunch.
doesn't.
Hold on.
It doesn't.
All right, let's describe the big crunch. Let's get that. Let's deal with that because it's a part of what you're saying.
No, it's not. I said I don't know. I don't think it's going to be a big crunch. That's not what I think it is.
Okay. Well, okay. Hold on.
I don't think that if the entire universe spread out so far that quarks couldn't form, that there would suddenly be a collapse. I think that inflation is the thing that's going to happen.
The big crunch is a theory. The big crunch theory is a theoretical scenario in cosmology suggesting the universe could eventually stop expanding, collapse into a single infinitely dense point, essentially the
Yeah.
reverse of the Big Bang.
Yeah, I
So this
don't accept that
half
that's
of
going to happen. You have to demonstrate that.
okay, but you said expansion and collapse.
I said that general relativity tells us that the universe can only be in two states, either expansion or collapse.
But this is what you believe in,
I said I
right?
don't
So
It's
you
believe in
not.
the
believe
big
It's
that it
not
crunch.
a
gets
I
math.
said I
breathed.
don't believe in the big crunch. So how are you going to tell me that I believe in the big
No,
crunch
no,
when I tell you
listen
I
to me. You said
don't
it
believe in the big crunch?
expands,
Amadi,
but
Amadi,
well,
it's
wait
not.
one second. I'm
It's
getting it.
not. It's not a matter of belief.
Well, this is.
These are all achieved by calculations and equations. It depends on
I got you.
topography and topology.
When it comes to
Belief has
the
got
I agree
nothing to
with
do
you.
with it.
when it comes to the end of
I agree
the
with you, but
oh Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, you have to
So when it
believe
comes
those
to stop
calculations are
talking,
correct.
stop
No, you
talking,
yeah, but
don't.
stop talking.
okay.
Everybody, stop talking for a second.
Explain again.
So when it comes to the end of the universe, physics doesn't know exactly what's going to happen, so that there's no evidence for either. We know that the expansion of the universe is dynamic; it changes. Right now, we know that the acceleration is slowing, has slowed since the beginning. We don't know if that's a constant state. If it fluctuates, it could fluctuate in both directions. It doesn't just have to go down; it can go up.
Okay, I got you. But you've been saying all this time that the universe expands and contracts.
No, no, no,
Expands
no,
is
no.
like a
I
cycle.
haven't said that.
Isn't
I've
that
never said that. I've never
okay?
once
What is
said that.
what's happening? Is it a steady state or what's happening?
It's certainly not a steady state.
Clarify.
Steady state
Well,
is
clarify.
oh my God. I'm trying, but you won't let me. So listen. General relativity tells us the universe can only be in one of two states, either expanding or contracting. Right now, we're in an expanding universe. That's all I've ever said.
But what is your belief, though? I mean, I'm sorry, your thinking. What is your understanding of what you said? The universe never began.
Yeah.
But I need to understand. Flesh that out.
Well,
How are you describing that? How did you arrive at that?
because all of our math shows that there was stuff already there when the expansion started. So nothing was ever created. As a matter of fact, what's left is only 1 part per 1 billion of what was there at the beginning, or at the earliest moments of the expansion.
Is that a steady state?
No, there's no steady state.
Yeah, but you're not putting animated for me. Something
Lambda.
was
It's
there
general
already.
relativity.
We have no idea what you mean now because
You
you're not
don't know what general
explaining
relativity
you don't believe in creation, then explain what you believe in beyond like what you're saying. You're
There
saying
was already
that
stuff there.
okay, what was it doing? What was the state of it?
We don't have a way of physics describing that right now.
There was stuff already there,
Yes,
and then
there's
now it's
always stuff
expanding.
there. There is no point in physics where there was not stuff.
Okay, that stuff already being there, how is there not a prime mover making it go forward?
For starters, gravity doesn't have consciousness.
No, we're not talking about consciousness.
Yeah, you're
We're not
talking about God. You're
That's not
talking
what we're
about
talking
this
about.
prime mover. The prime mover would have to have a consciousness
You're
to
talking
make the
about what's
decision.
the unactuated actuator?
So it's an
I
actuator.
didn't give it any
That's not what
persona.
gravity is. That's not what gravity is.
I didn't say gravity. Gravity was put
I'm
into
saying
existence
gravity. I'm saying
according
repulsive
to the
gravity.
Big Bang.
Oh my God. I'm the one that's saying repulsive gravity, not you. You don't even understand your own fucking position.
You,
What's wrong with you?
you said gravity didn't exist, but there's repulsive
Never
gravity
said that.
existing.
You cannot have repulsive gravity if you don't have gravity. Gravity can be repulsive without. You can't have repulsive gravity if it doesn't exist. That's stupid. It's one of the dumbest things I've ever heard. You should
Okay.
never ever repeat that
Einstein
ever
believes
again.
in the steady state.
There's
He
never a
believes in a
steady
steady
state.
state.
There has never been a steady state.
The
General
same man that
relativity's-
brought you the
God
equation you're
damn it!
talking
Shut
about is a
up!
steady state.
Shut up! There is no steady state. There's no such thing as a steady state. Nothing.
So was Einstein
oh
wrong?
my God! What is wrong with you? That's a serious fucking question. What is wrong with you? You ask me a question, and in the middle of me answering your question, you ask an unrelated question that interrupts me. That's fucking stupid to do. It makes me not even want to have a conversation with you because I can't, like...
Well, the question's too hard.
No, I'm trying to clarify, and you won't let me. Welcome, Andrew. Welcome, Mr. White. Welcome, Presidential...
Are you saying that we shouldn't interrupt each other?
No, I'm not
Yeah,
saying
bring-
that. I'm saying if you ask me a question,
Oh,
stop.
Bring Andrew and
Stop.
see him
Oh
up
my
here.
God. I'm saying that
Science
if you
has
ask
questions.
oh my God. I'm saying that if you ask me a question, allow me to fully answer the question.
do you do that?
Yes, until somebody says something wrong.
So what if we do it if you say something wrong?
I don't say things I
Yeah.
don't know.
Oh wow,
I can
the arrogance,
demonstrate
bro.
everything that I said.
Wait, no, you just said something wrong, so I need to interrupt you.
Okay.
I wasn't even speaking.
Was Einstein wrong about the steady state? That's what I asked.
He didn't. He forced a steady state with lambda, and lambda shows that there can't be a steady state.
Okay, I got you. So you're saying that where? Okay, can you point out the part of the equation where stuff already existed before what? Before the singularity of the Big Bang?
Okay, so you have to stop using the word singularity because that's just a mathematical construct where the math falls apart. It's not a physical structure in the universe. So it's useless. It's not a thing that you should talk about.
How do you know that it was never physically a
Because
structure?
all singularities in physics are mathematical breakdowns.
So was the Big Bang. So mathematical.
No, it happened. We just can't mathematically describe it after a certain point.
Yeah, he believes in that one though. So
Oh
it's
my
different.
Dude, did
It
you
has
hear what I
different
said?
There's math in it.
Did you hear what I said?
It's
Yeah,
an
you
equation,
said,
The
brother.
Yeah,
Big
you
Bang
said
was
it's a math equation that you believe in, and the other math equation you don't believe in. That's
no.
what you
I
said.
never said that.
So
Listen.
is the Big
Yeah,
Bang a
we
math?
witnessed you saying that.
Yeah, we
I
were right
never
here.
said that. This is live
replays are on.
broadcast. You can rewind it and find out. So
Okay.
what I said was
The singularity is only a mathematical equation,
no. It's a
and then he
mathematical.
said, "What about the?"
It's a breakdown of the math.
It's a breakdown of the math. That's different than a mathematical equation.
Yeah, it's where
'Cause you-
mathematical equations don't work. There are no mathematical equations because the math breaks down. That's what a
So why are
singularity
you
is.
using Einstein's theory? It's
Because
mathematics.
it's excellent until 1 second after the initial inflation. Before that,
Because he's a
oh my
hypocrite
God!
and
Can
a
I
fetish
finish?
hypocrite.
Can I
You're
fucking
using it.
finish? Can I fucking
You said-
finish? Can I
You
fucking
said
finish? Can I?
something wrong.
Oh my
Stay
God!
linear.
Shut up! Shut
Stay
up!
linear.
Shut
linear.
up!
Stay linear.
Shut up! So listen. After one Big Bang nucleosynthesis with general relativity works excellent until 1 second after the initial inflation. That's where the mathematical singularity of general relativity is. Then we can use inflation to describe everything up until the Planck time, which is 10 to the negative 42 or 43, I don't remember, seconds after the initial inflation. And after that, those equations break down and we have to use ADS-CFT correspondence. When we use ADS-CFT correspondence, we can describe the entire universe from 0 to infinity and back again in both directions.
I get you, but that stuff at the zero, you're failing to fill us in on what that is.
It's the same.
How can you fill us in on something that don't exist?
It does exist.
Zero.
That's the thing. It does
Okay,
exist.
then what if it exists? Please tell me.
It's the same stuff that's here now. It's just in a different state. Matter changes
Well,
state.
Name 4 of these things, or 1, or whatever it is.
Four of
What
these
is that thing? Yeah, what this thing? This noun that you're saying that
There's
already existed. What is that?
So at 10 to the negative 43 seconds after the initial inflation, we have subatomic particles like leptons and bosons and things like that. So it's subatomic particles, and then they build into like quarks and stuff like that, and then they build into protons and neutrons.
They came out of nothing, right?
No, there was always stuff. Always stuff, never not
So wait,
stuff.
the boson pops into existence, does it not?
No, it is built from other stuff. It is built from
Gotta be-
energy in
the Higgs
I'm
boson.
in the middle of answering your fucking question. What is wrong with you, man? Let me answer your goddamn question, dick. So the quarks and leptons and things were built from the energy that is in the quantum fields and their excitations of that quantum field because of the energy. This is very simple physics.
Okay, I understand that.
I don't think you
The
do.
Higgs boson pops into existence.
No! It is built from other stuff. It does
From other
nothing
stuff.
has ever popped into existence.
Okay,
That's
are you
fucking
able to-
stupid.
Give us an article on the Higgs boson that's made from other stuff. I would like to see that, if you don't mind. From your journal or somewhere.
It's made out of the quantum field. It's excitation.
The disturbance.
Can I fucking
the Higgs
finish?
field.
Can I fucking finish? Can I fucking finish? This is getting goddamn aggravating, motherfucker. You have to let me answer the goddamn question, man. Fuck, I'm done. You can look it up yourself. Just Google what is a boson made
I
of,
already
you piece.
know about
Dude, I am telling you that I don't want to talk to you anymore because you're interrupting me so much, and you're fucking interrupting that. Holy goddamn shit.
So, what you think about Bad Bunny, Donald?
Bad Bunny was created by God, and he created a great show that didn't exist before he created it.
I think Donald can demonstrate that Bad Bunny was never created.
If anyone created that show, I don't think it was Bad Bunny.
Or God.
Yes, it was. God is the one that allows us to all live in these beautiful nations with different
Yeah,
flags.
you
I know
snuck
that's what
some
you believe in.
divine.
What's up, brother?
You snuck something in there, brother.
What did I
said,
do?
You said created, and then you went to allowed. We none. Can I do this, divine? No.
Why?
No,
What's
no.
wrong?
We
Oh, well,
don't go from we
God
don't
create
go
or
from
allow?
created to allowed.
Well, what's so
Uh,
funny
he-
is because the Christians who disagree with Donald, I also disagree with them because then
Oh,
they'll
I know
say,
you. Oh, I
you know,
sure.
like,
I'm,
okay,
yeah. No, I get
I'm
that.
my own person, Andrew.
No, I get that. Have you heard the expression "the enemy of my enemy is my friend"? Have you heard that, Divine?
Yeah, you and I would be walking around shooting the zombies together, bro. We would have you'd have red on, I'd have blue on, and be like, yo, you see these zombies? I say, yeah, bro, back to back all day.
And I definitely would have blue on. You know, I support the police and ICE and all of the good stuff that they do,
Yeah.
right?
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
And before they take you in, I would also defend you from them also.
Yeah, that's yeah. You'll save me from me.
Yeah, because eventually, you know, you're not blonde with blue eyes, so you know you're gonna be on some list at some point.
But I'll be the last one. I'll be the last one, right?
Yeah, no, they're coming for me before you. So actually,
that's right.
All right.
That's right. You aren't pure.
All right. All right. Is there anybody on stage or in the audience who wants to have an actual conversation? I would
Yeah, God is
Donald,
everything.
I wanted to ask you a question.
Go for it.
You don't believe in everything. You don't believe in God. Something wrong with
Yeah,
you.
Divine's got some knowledge for you, Donald, and shalom, Donald. I hope you're doing well. Maybe at some point we can get into, one of my favorite topics, as you know, Old Testament rape.
Yeah, selling your daughter to a
also,
rapist. You love that.
Yeah, right. I know Morpheus would like to speak to you as well, but I was just going to put something forward, humbly, of course, Your Majesty. Brother Alligator is aware of a truth that I don't think everybody here is on board with, and I was wondering how you feel about it. So Alligator is privy to what we might refer to as like the pancake Earth. And I was wondering, what are your thoughts on that,
Flat
Donald?
Earther?
Yes, brother Alligator.
Alligator, I'd love to talk to a flat earther. That'd be amazing.
Okay, brother Alligator.
Well, what would you like to talk about?
Well, I mean, why do you think the Earth is flat? It's a very silly belief.
There's a few things.
I've measured the Earth myself. I can guarantee you, it is a globe.
The biggest thing is a compass could not work on a globe.
False. Why not? Cite your source, actually. Instead, cite your source.
Because if it's a magnetic pole and you are not aligned with the magnetic pole, it's not going to pull you to north anymore. It's going to pull you to, if you're at the center, it's going to pull you to the center.
What?
No,
magnetism is not gravity.
You understand that the Earth is dipolar, right?
There is a pole, correct?
No, there's two poles. It's dipolar.
Prove 2 poles with the compass.
So
that's how it works. The compass works.
There's no second pole on using a compass.
Stop. You asked me a question. Let me answer a fucking question. So you can demonstrate that there are 2 poles by using a northern hemisphere compass in the southern hemisphere. It will not work because of the what is it called? The dip of the, I don't remember the word. I haven't slept, so I don't remember the word. But you can
wait. Why can't you?
You can
Why can't you
demonstrate
just
the poles by
reverse the
using a.
magnetics of a compass and just have it work to find the South Pole?
I can
The
also
South Pole is
demonstrate.
actually the North Pole,
I
but
can
they
also
label it opposite.
Yeah, I
Well, no,
can.
no, no.
There,
I can
I'm
also
asking like
demonstrate.
there's
a
only one pole. Prove
No,
two poles.
I'm about to, if you'd let me. So you can demonstrate this by showing that the southern polarity magnetic pole is in the north geographic pole. So that right there demonstrates that there's two poles because you need a south and a north.
I didn't see any observation. There was nothing that we could test, but we can move on
No, no,
because
there
it
is
could
tests.
not
Wait,
What is
work
wait.
it?
on a
Stop,
glove.
stop,
I
stop.
have
You made
more
it.
things.
Stop. You said something that I want to like challenge. Of course, there are tests that we can do on the electromagnetosphere. Why do you say that there's not?
You don't have an electromagnetic sphere. You don't have a
Yeah, I
test that
Oh
do.
you
my
could do.
God.
I
You
can.
do not have a test that you
Mars
could
doesn't.
recreate
We do.
two poles. You do not have a
Yeah,
test
I actually
that
do.
that you can
Remember, when
observe
they
a
say
result
we,
of
they
two
mean the
What's your
people
poles.
that they
source on
trust.
this? Hang on, God
What do you
Divine.
think pigeons are
Guys,
following?
shut up, alligator. What is your source on this? Cite your source. Because
I don't have to have I don't have to have a source to
Okay, well
tell
then
you
you're
that a
just making
compass
shit
doesn't
up
work
because
on a
then you're
global
just
experiment that's going to show me two poles. And
that's
if you
false.
like to show us,
That's
if you
false.
like to show us first this
Dude, that's
time, but
false.
there is
Dude,
just
dude,
isn't one out
stop.
there.
When you say something false, you must shut the fuck up. Okay? So if you keep talking, I'm just going to move you to the audience. So listen, there is experimental recreation of the electromagnetosphere with two poles. You're wrong.
My next thing is I like everyone go ask your AI, use a metaphor to
No,
tell us how flat Florida is.
do not use AI. That's very
Wait,
silly.
wait, hold on. Wait, hold on. Listen, the
Everyone go do it at the same
magnetism.
time and then go paste it into the chat.
Don't do that.
Everyone go.
That's
Alligator, you mentioned gravity somewhere along there. Gravity has nothing to do with magnetism.
I'm not
So
I'm not mentioning gravity. No one said that.
I don't think anybody mentioned
actually you
gravity.
did. You did once.
I didn't mention gravity.
Yeah, absolutely. Anyway, I'm not going to argue with you over that. I heard gravity in there when you first began to speak, but
It must be the voice of the head.
Donald is right. There are two poles, but the South Pole is really to the north.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
We label it opposite, so because we want to say everything in America's north, or Europe was north. The people who invented it was in a certain area. Didn't want to be in the South, right? So all they did was turn it upside down on the label. But he's right, absolutely right on that. And we have a nickel. What is it? Donald, what type of core we have? Iron core, which rotates, right? So so rotation is going to give you some science going on there that's going to produce this magnetic field, and all it does is shield us from the rays from the sun and other things. Mars doesn't have it, so it doesn't have a core that spins around, and it doesn't have iron in there. So that's why its atmosphere blew away. It's clear evidence, right? If you look at Jupiter has a liquid hydrogen.
All right. Keep it to yourself. Keep it to yourself.
So just click on this.
Keep it to myself.
Wait, is it iron? Is it solid iron or liquid iron at the center of the?
It's solid.
Molten.
It's solid.
It's molten.
No,
it's a solid.
At the core is solid.
It's a solid molten core.
The outer core is liquid.
And
the inner core is solid. The outer core is.
It's all hearsay and conjecture. You couldn't even do an
Or lava
experiment to
light.
prove what you're talking about.
I
It's
got
all
an
hearsay and
experiment
conjecture.
right here.
Keep it to yourself.
Listen. Stop. I posted an experiment in chat. Look for my post right there at the bottom, just above Andrew's. Let me put belt to your bottom. Don't talk about abuse in my room. I'm going to delete that. So, click on that link, and that's, god damn it, that's the experiment that demonstrates a dipolar magnetic field with a molten core. It's salt, but it's
iron inner core, a solid inner core, molten outer core.
Well,
right. How do they determine that?
Even the solid, even the core is it's only solid because it's under pressure. Something.
Okay.
It still moves.
Yeah, it's the pressure. But let me make this analogy real quickly, if you don't mind, Donald. If you look at an avocado, it has flesh and it has a seed. If you would take two avocados, split them open, and take the seed out with one, put the flesh in the other, and try to squeeze it, it's squishy. But if you put the seed back, it's kind of like bones, a spherical bone, as far as the Earth goes. It's the best way to look at that. Jupiter is a gaseous planet, and it has a liquid core, it's a pure liquid core. That only happens because of the pressure. and its elements are different. It's hydrogen. It's not an iron.
It's metallic
It's so
hydrogen.
it all right. It still has a magnetic sphere,
All right, keep the
right?
It's
sci-fi
Because
to
actually
yourself.
stronger. It's
it's not
way
sci-fi.
stronger.
It's stronger because of the immense pressure of the matter, that the density that's there. But it's totally different. That can only exist on a gaseous planet. We don't live on a gaseous planet. We live on a rock, on the surface, and inside is molten, but the core itself is solid because of pressure. The inner core is solid.
How do you
This is how you
Yeah,
get a
there's a
magnet.
very cool
so
chart.
how do you know that? Like if you were talking to a
Because
12-year-old
Okay,
that
I'll tell you.
that said, "Hey, that's a great story,"
I'll tell you.
but
how do you get an
oh,
alternator? Same
No,
how,
I
how you
have
get an
no,
alternator.
No, stop,
without
stop,
deviating and just saying,
dude,
"Bro,
stop,
calm down,
stop! God damn you! You
calm
asked
down,
a
no bang."
question I can answer.
I
Let me
was
answer the motherfucking question. Jesus Christ. So, well, now I don't even remember what the question was. What was the question?
How
How
do
can we
we know that
demonstrate it?
there's the core?
Yeah, we can do this through earthquakes. So we have seismometers all over the planet, and whenever we detect an earthquake, it moves through the core of the planet several times, and we can detect how those waves move through the medium, and the way that they moved shows us what the density of it is. So we can show that the inner core is extremely dense because the P waves don't go through it, but the S waves do. And we can show that the outer mantle is liquid because the S waves go through it and the P waves don't. So it's the shadows of the waves that demonstrate what the inside of the planet looks like. We've been doing
and
this for decades.
that measures down to the core.
Yeah, it goes
Absolutely.
through the planet several times. Those
The
shock
planet's
waves
not
go
that
through the
big.
planet several times.
And so the both of you are saying that at the very center, it's solid or it's liquid.
Solid.
It's a
Solid.
molten solid core.
So it's molten, which is lava, which is
The-
liquid.
No.
When
Because
you-
of the
no, when
pressure
you
is
look-
solid, it's still melted. It's still very, very high
Well,
pressure.
he's also
so
right
it
on
doesn't
that.
move
He's
much.
right on that. You're absolutely right on that.
It's solid and it's
It's a
melting.
density.
Dude,
Yes, it's possible
Yeah.
because of the density, son.
I'll
So it's
show
like
you.
it's like
I'll
an ice
show you
cube.
the
It's like a
chart.
solid ice
I'll
cube
show you
that's
how it
melting.
works. I'll show you how it works if you click on a link. Do you have the ability to click on a link?
I can click on lots of things.
Chart.
If you believe in the black hole, then you should be able to believe in a solid core because of the pressure. It never cooled off. What's under us never cooled off since the creation of the Earth
Not
out of a
creation,
gaseous
formation.
cloud.
So
Like
black holes
formation.
pull
Formation.
black holes pull everything in, and then afterwards they explode and disperse everything back out.
They don't.
There's-
We've never
There's
seen.
density.
Damn it! It's not gonna let me do that one. We've never seen a black hole explode. That doesn't happen. They
No, he's
evaporate.
talking about the light that goes back out.
Well, that doesn't actually cross the event horizon. That was in the accretion disk.
Not everything goes in. There's some things that do pressure out.
Yeah, we have the
right,
Rausch
and
limit.
that's what he's talking about.
So something can escape even going past the event horizon.
It never went fully in, brother.
If it doesn't go
Well,
into
no.
the event horizon, if it goes into the event horizon, it doesn't come out. If it doesn't go into the event horizon, it does come out.
Okay, and things can be split apart, and then half of it will go past the event horizon. Or are you saying complete different?
If you
things?
can
What
orbit
are
a
you
black
talking
hole,
about?
what are you saying?
You just said some things escape, so I guess I'm trying to understand what you mean by escape.
If they don't cross the event horizon, they escape. So click on the link that I just put into chat. Have you done that?
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about the links that you have up there.
Gotcha. The very last link in chat. Click on it.
Yes.
All right. You see how it goes from solid phase to liquid phase, and there's a line, but that line ends on the chart. That means something can be solid and liquid at the same time.
Okay. So
Because this is pressure. At extremely high pressures, solid and liquid are the same.
interesting. And they recreate this in a lab, or
Oh
they,
yeah, we
this
do
is
this
what
all
they-
the time. This is just fake.
Wait. Did you mention the accretion disk, Donald?
Yeah, I
I just
did.
came back in there.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
So this is
Yeah.
something that we use all the
There's no
time.
such thing.
Yeah, we have pictures. So this is something that we use all the time in physics. You can look it up. There's a CO2 sublimation in a high pressure vessel. That's very cool. You can see it change from liquid to solid and liquid at the same time. It's very cool. We used it to decaffeinate coffee.
Yeah, it's just simple.
Yes, very simple. Very
Okay,
simple
so how
physics.
does this prove that God doesn't exist?
It doesn't. It proves that solid and liquid are the same at high pressure.
Okay, what's that to do with God?
Nothing.
There's
He's
even a
talking about
certain
flat
pressure
Earth.
state where they can all exist at the same time. It's just weird. Like you can have a
They don't
gas,
exist at the same
ice,
time. There's
and
just no
water.
difference.
No, at a
There's just
certain
no
pressure.
difference.
Well, you'd have to look that one up. It is true.
It's
There's a certain pressure, special pressure that it can all exist
high
at
pressure is
once.
when this happens. It's on the chart. Just click on the chart. The very high pressure is where it happens. It also happens at high temperature with liquids and gases, but that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the liquid
Right.
and
And
solid.
there's a planet where methane turns into the ocean, where normally it would be gas because of the
Yeah,
pressure.
because of
It's an
pressure.
ocean.
Yeah. Donald has misunderstood the critical point. What critical point did I misunderstand, John Mellencrot? I would love for you to come on stage and tell me what critical point I misunderstood.
Hello.
That'd be amazing. Oh, you're already requesting.
Yeah. Yeah. Once you find out
Yeah,
from
well,
your
Hang on.
my guess is, Donald, that you've heard correctly about the critical point and the fact that there is a state of matter that is fluid, but can't be labeled specifically as gas or liquid. But that's not true with solid.
It is.
Solids are solid.
Look at the chart.
And molten things. I know the chart shows you the dividing lines between solid and
it ends
liquid
on the
and
chart,
vapor.
so it's the same thing after
And
that.
what you'll notice is that there is no dividing line between liquid and vapor, but there
Or liquid and
is
solid. Look at the
dividing.
other one.
No,
Look at the
that's
solid and liquid one. There's no
it's
separation
not.
at the end of
There's
that line.
no.
Dude, shut up. Shut up.
Yes,
You're already
there
wrong.
is a dividing line
But it
between the
ends
two. There's
on the
no.
chart,
There's
buddy.
no
Who is this?
place. No,
John.
there isn't. The chart
John,
just
it ends on
There's.
John.
Look at the critical
Dude, you must
point.
shut up.
Okay,
You must shut up. Okay, stop talking or I'm gonna move you to the audience. So listen, the line that separates solids and liquids also ends on the chart. Oh, did he leave? The solid and liquid separation also ends on the chart, so it's the same thing as the gas. I didn't misunderstand anything.
Right, so it starts at solid and at some point it turns into liquid.
No, there's no separation between the two at high pressures.
Well, the inner core is a higher temperature than the outer core, right?
Yes.
The inner core is solid and the outer core is liquid, right?
Well, it's a molten solid, is what I'm telling you.
Is that I'm just talk to me like I'm stupid. So
I'm
yes is
trying.
the answer to that? Well, just say yes or no.
It's not a yes or no question.
Well, my question was, is the inner core solid and is the outer core liquid? If it's not a yes or no, why isn't it a yes?
It's frozen.
There's
Okay.
two options. That's
No, I
not
want
yes
to hear.
or
I
no.
want to
That's
hear
one or the other.
specific.
The inner core is hotter
Well,
than the mantle. Yeah.
well, yes or no is not one or the other. Yes or no is the question that you could answer. So, is the inner core solid and the outer core liquid? I feel like I'm talking to Pam Bondi.
The
It's
inner
frozen
the inner
ice.
core doesn't have a separation between liquid and solid. It's the same thing there because of the high pressure, not the temperature. The high pressure. Look
So
at
the
chart.
pressure, when it's some pressure becomes overwhelming, reaching over
I don't know what that
6,000 what is this centigrade. So what happens when it goes down to between 4,000 and 5,000? It doesn't become liquid and
The
solid.
temperature isn't what we're talking about. The pressure is what we're talking about. The pressure is the thing that separates or that destroys the separation between solid and liquid. Not the temperature. The temperature is almost a straight line. The pressure is the thing that goes up that destroys.
Understood. Is the temperature hotter in the inner core than the outer core?
Yes, I've said that 5 times. Stop
that's
asking
why
that question.
So then I'm not asking the question. I was pointing it out, and I just brought up the temperature, and then you're like, no, it's not about the temperature, and then I say the temperature. You're like, yeah, it's about the temperature.
No,
it's about both,
it's not about the temperature. I'm saying it's not about the temperature. Yes, the temperature is higher in the core, but that has nothing to do with it. We're talking about the pressure. The pressure is the thing that destroys the delineation between solid and liquid.
Destroys the delineation.
Yes, they become the same thing.
It doesn't transition from one thing to another.
No, they become the same thing.
It doesn't have to.
There's
Well,
no
it's like this, Donald, real quick. It's like the water. When you jump off a bridge and hit the water, you can break your bone. It doesn't change water to something else. So that's the best way you can put it. You can still have something
That's
be
about surface
solid
tension.
because the density of that
It's about surface tension, actually.
object. What was that?
It's about surface tension.
Surface. You're right. I got you. But it's the best way you can get somebody to visualize that something doesn't have to be what you think is solid.
Okay, so I guess on the inner core, it literally squeezes the atoms tightly so that it cannot move as a liquid. Whereas on the outer core, it is not quite hot enough to force the atoms
under
into
pressure.
solid
pressure.
structure.
It's the pressure.
So the metal.
No, stop.
Oh,
It's the pressure.
Right, I'm understanding. I'm just trying to say this back to you so you can clarify. This is what the pressure is so high at the solid core, not I should say the inner core,
yes,
that it is solid.
Well, there's
that
no
pressure,
delineation between solid and liquid. They're the same thing.
Then why are you using two different words?
I'm not.
Solid and liquid are solid and liquid are two different words.
You have to talk about it as a molten solid. You have to talk about it as a molten solid.
Right. It cannot move as a liquid and instead forms a solid.
There is no delineation between liquid and solid at those pressures. That's
you got to realize that it's not ice. It's not ice. It's not ice, right?
Myself.
Okay,
but
so
it's so densely packed.
What's on the next level?
It is ice.
What's on the next level outside of the outer core then? So it goes inner core, outer core. What's the next level?
It's all ice.
You got to look that one up.
The mantle and the crust.
So it goes. So there's only four things.
I don't know exactly how many there are. There's probably more than that. I can get you a fucking diagram of that if you want me to. I mean, you could Google it yourself.
Well, I'm just curious. If you know so much, you would know when it becomes a liquid.
I showed you the chart. The chart tells you when it becomes a liquid.
I just explained that it's still molten, but it's densely packed. It's a solid at that point, but it's not what you
think. It's a molten solid. Yeah.
So is my chair a solid?
Yes, your chair is
solid. I don't think you get it.
Hey Donald, I think John put something in the John. I think John put something in the chat for you.
I'm not clicking on a Quora link.
Oh, you're not clicking on it?
I'm not clicking on a Quora link. It's a Quora link. I'm not clicking on a
Quora.
Quora.
Okay, my bad. My bad. I didn't know.
Yeah, Quora is nothing. It's not. There's no peer review. There's no way of telling whether or not it's true.
Okay, interesting.
It could be true. We just don't know.
So here's the thing. What if there's a planet where the pressures were so tight, like made of water? What do we think the core would be? The core you can't get to.
We have a moon that's
think
like
about
that.
The Marianas Trench. We can't get down. Why? Because of the pressure.
Yeah, we can.
Imagine what that's doing.
I mean, we can send a robot down there, yeah.
Okay, right. I'm talking a human, right?
I don't care. Sending a robot is just like sending a human.
But the point is that you can have a core more. It could be a whole planet full of water. The core is always going to be more denser and impassable.
No, not impossible. Period. We have a moon that's nothing but water.
No, I'm talking about the core of a water
core
planet.
Is water. The entire moon is water.
Okay. Right. I'm talking about a pure water planet.
Moon.
All right. So let's just stick with that real quick.
Which moon is made of water?
The moon doesn't have a core that we know of.
It does have a core. It has to have a core.
That's the same as the Earth.
No, it's not the same as the Earth.
There's no magnetism there going on so much.
Well, it doesn't need it. Why would it need it?
We would like it to have it, but it doesn't have it.
Enceladus, that's the one. So it's Enceladus. Yes, it has a core. What are you talking about? It's a sphere, so it has a core.
Okay. One that produces magnetism is the point.
It doesn't need to. Why would it need to?
Okay.
Our planet has an electromagnetosphere.
Why does our planet need to? It
doesn't need to. It just does because of the dynamo effect. There's no needing to do something. That doesn't make sense. Physics doesn't care about something needing to do something. That doesn't even make sense for physical objects outside of lines.
But on flat Earth, they believe in that it doesn't have a core.
I like to know where all the magma comes from. Where's all the magma come from?
Magnetism disproves flat Earth. There's so many disciplines that will do that.
The horizon disproves flat Earth. You can't have a horizon on a flat Earth.
Right. You can be in South Africa and New York, and you see slightly different angles of the moon. Same moon. How does that work on a flat Earth?
Yeah. There's all kinds of ways to disprove the flat Earth. It's impossible for the Earth to be flat. Also, everything that we see in the universe is not flat, so why would ours be different?
What is the classic one, right? You turn off the light in the room and you put a light bulb on and you walk away. You know, at a flat Earth at night, you should see that sun, no matter where it is, even in the dark,
Hey, do I have
in the
any,
distance.
oh shit. I need a moderator to invite, do I have any moderators? Anne, are you around?
Yes.
Can you invite John Fuckstuck up?
Not to mention there are people around the world that may be using satellites to communicate to us on Clubhouse. So how's that happening if you don't have satellites in space?
John
How do you drive around with a
Milncroft.
GPS?
It's all wires. Everything's done by wires.
Under the ocean, but not everything. What is Starlink?
How do you have wire? What do you mean everything's done by wires? What does that mean?
Starlink's a good question.
What do you mean by everything is done by
The
wires?
GPS been there.
Starlink would have to be an intricate system of balloons.
And we'd see them. That's
You said balloon. Oh my
they're
God!
satellites.
Man said balloons that we can shoot down, right?
Do you know that Starlink satellites are destroying the ability to do astrophotography because they sully the pictures so much? We just take pictures of the satellites all day long, all night long.
I have heard of this, but if they were 450 miles away, you wouldn't be able to take a picture of them. They would have to be within that 17 to 45 mile
That makes
range.
no sense. We can see them everybody at night can look up.
But also the power that would be needed to shoot 450 miles away is astronomical.
Shoot what?
Because
Shoot what?
To put the connection in, to connect, to put the it's a TDMA connection or an FDMA connection. They're modulating data at all times, modulating and demodulating.
It's radar. Do you think radar?
No,
is
you're connecting. You're connecting. You're modulating and demodulating data.
An airplane is dumb small compared to the planet.
I'm talking about Starlink. You're talking about internet. You're modulating and demodulating data at all times through Starlink. That's all you're doing.
Well,
and it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be 450.
No. He wants a big
just do the
eyeball.
math. Just do the math. Okay, it's 450 miles away. And how much energy would you need to put in a shot 450 miles away?
Shot of what? What is being shot? What are you talking about? A shot? What does that mean?
The data is being modulated and demodulated. You have to connect 450 miles away.
What is a shot?
The shot is the connection to the satellite. It's a
that
shot
doesn't make
of
sense.
data.
What do you mean by the connection to the
All
satellite?
you're doing is modulating and demodulating.
Oh my God! You have to stop saying that.
He's not making any sense.
It doesn't.
Yeah, he's making perfect
There
sense.
is a. Do you think? Stop. Okay, give me a second. Alligator, do you think that radar is a thing?
Sure, of course.
Okay, well that's what Starlink uses.
Interesting. Can you go on?
Invisible. All that is invisible light.
That was the explanation. I don't understand what you mean about.
Well, you'd have to connect to it, and it has to be a dedicated connection, and you're going to have to use some type of cryptology for the timing, so that you're going to have a dedicated connection, and then you're supposed to be 450 miles away. You don't have the energy to put a 450 mile away shot in.
You have to demonstrate that.
The
Cite your
Starlink.
source on that, Alligator. Cite your source on that right there. That I need a source for.
Let's do it.
Give me a fucking source for that, Alligator. How much energy does it take to fire a radar 450 miles? It can't be much.
He doesn't understand watts, kilowatts. He doesn't understand none of that. Electricity and all that.
How much energy does a Starlink satellite use?
They hooked up the solar panels. And the energy input is always there. That never shuts down. It's coming directly from the sun, out of space.
So does that mean that if somebody were to, let's see, demonstrate that they were able to, I guess, have direct contact with an airplane that was so many miles away that it should have been below curvature?
1.2 to 1.8 kilowatts. That's nothing. That's tiny. Between 50 and 70 watts.
Right. He thought that was a lot.
That's not a lot. That's tiny. Of course, I have a solar panel in the backyard that will produce that kind of energy, so it's okay. We have the energy to do the radar.
We're talking about photon. These are this invisible, not even photon. It's invisible light at that. It's not like something that's hard to spray the earth with.
No, it's not visible light. Joanna, welcome.
So this site says that a Starlink satellite is between 210 and 210 and 380 miles away from Earth.
Okay. So what? I just told you how much energy it uses. It's like 1.8 kilowatt hours.
Almost nothing.
Almost nothing.
Yeah, but the output, what is accomplished is a great output.
For
I don't understand what the
And that's
problem
the
is.
daily consumption. Each
for
transmission,
the United
each transmission is more like 50 to 75 watts. So that's tiny.
for the United States to put in a 250-mile shot, which is not near the 310-mile shot, you have to use a tropospheric shot
Wait, hold on.
using an immense
No,
amount of
we're not talking about on the
microwaves.
surface, man. We're not talking about linear on the surface. We're talking about up.
All right.
So up is what we're talking
A
about.
where is the troposphere then,
Up.
Donald?
It's up.
Okay, so what are you talking about?
I'm talking
Wait,
about
Donald,
satellites using radar to communicate with the ground.
A
Wait,
tropospheric
Donald.
shot and a satellite
No,
connection
that's not
are
what we're talking
damn
about.
near the
That's
exact
not. No,
same
stop.
angle.
Stop. That's not what we're talking about. You're talking about linear across the surface. I'm talking about up and down.
I'm talking about just to get the distance.
But
To
you're
get the
talking about on the
distance.
surface with diffraction. You have to pump in more energy to use the diffraction. That's not what we're doing here. It is completely and utterly useless.
Yeah, and you're trying to go further with less energy.
But we're doing it without diffraction and without the we're doing it in a up and down. We're not doing it across the surface. You're talking about linear across the surface takes a lot of power. You're right. To diffract it, it takes a lot of power. That's not what we're doing. This is just a straight line of sight shot for the radar.
Hey, wait, Donald, look up how many satellites are up
They're
there for
both line
Starlink.
of sight shots.
No, the
Donald,
diffraction
look up.
a non line of sight.
Hey, Donald, look at the amount of satellites up there. Can you get that number from Starlink?
Like Starlink is like 4,000 satellites or
Yeah,
some shit.
only Starlink.
Yeah, it's like 4,000 or some shit. How many Starlink satellites are there? Oh shit, there's like 9,000 now. 9,600.
9,000.
And there's a picture of them.
That's a lot, right?
And right there
And
is a picture of them sullying astrophotography. I'll fucking post that link right at the top.
If you can see it, it's not 400 miles away.
Why not? Why? How? The moon is fucking 250,000 miles away. We can see it.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. We can measure it with radar.
The moon is not that far away.
250,000 miles is correct for
No,
the moon.
that is not correct. I already put it.
How far away is
I already
the moon?
put it.
Well, how close is it?
No, stop. How far away is the moon, Alligator?
I don't know. I'm gonna guess 1,750 miles.
No, that's 17.5 is how fast the ISS is traveling. The moon is 250,000 miles away.
Just to clear,
The sun is 93 million miles away. Mars is even farther than that, and I can see it at night with my naked eyes. I don't know why we wouldn't be able to see them if it's just a line of sight.
I just posted flat Earth, local sun.
I see nothing. My computer program.
YouTube video, flat Earth, local sun.
I'm not going to use it. Is this the one with the spot in the clouds? Because I can explain that. I don't.
This
see
is
the,
it. This is a rocket
Oh my
taking
gosh.
off with a GoPro on it.
Okay.
Local sun, flat.
Can you stop
Wait,
for a
hold on.
second?
Why can't you
Okay,
see it
there
at night?
There it is. I need to restart my program real quick, so don't leave, and I'll be right back.
You can watch the video as long as you want.
God damn it! What the fuck? Wrong button. What the fuck is wrong with these people?
Water came from the sun, and it's the.
Did
So
you just say
how
the
you
water
get
came
those
from the
lava
sun?
those mountains under the? How do you get the volcanoes under the water?
There's no such thing as a volcano underwater.
Yeah, there is. That's silly. What is Hawaii?
We got them coming on land. What are you talking about?
The thing
That
that built
magma
Hawaii
does
is
exist.
an underwater volcano, and it's because of continental drift. it is our plate tectonics. So it's moving. The plate is actually moving, and that's why there's multiple islands, because the volcano underwater has moved. Same with
How do you
Japan.
have plates on a globe?
I mean, the
What
crust
that
isn't a
doesn't make sense. Of
solid
course you
piece.
can.
So Mars,
How does the
hang on,
egg have a
Amadi,
shell?
Amadi, hang on. So Mars doesn't have plate tectonics. It's a solid rock. Ours does have plate tectonics. It is not a solid rock on the outside. It has like joints where the plates meet up and bash into each other and make earthquakes and mountains. The only mountains on Mars are volcanic mountains.
If Mars doesn't have plate tectonics, how could you even say that Mars is the same type of thing that we're on?
It doesn't have it anymore.
They're both planets.
No,
They're different kinds of planets, but they're still planets. They're both still planets.
there's a higher chance that we're in a container because of the way the pressure works.
No, actually,
make sense.
if there was a container for the pressure would be equalized from top to
Okay,
bottom.
let me
It
ask you a
wouldn't-
question.
Hang on,
There's
shut
there's
up!
electrostatic
I'm in the middle of a
gradient.
goddamn sentence. Shut the fuck up. So listen.
Thank God somebody said that.
So listen. If we had a container for our atmosphere, it would be equalized from top to bottom. But we have oh my God!
Bro.
Shut the fuck up! What the hell is wrong with you? Shut up! Shut up! Shut the fuck up! So if we had a container, like a solid container around the planet, the pressure would be equal from top to bottom. But we have a gradient, so it's impossible for us to have a closed, like, solid container around us. It's impossible.
There's no other possibility, and you couldn't reproduce any other way.
There is no possibility of a container like that, because we would have equal pressure from top to bottom.
There's an electrostatic gradient.
That wouldn't affect the pressure in any way. That's silly.
That is the definition of pressure.
No, it's not. The definition of pressure is atoms smashing into something, pretty much. I'll look up the.
Not if there's an electrostatic gradient, Donald.
That's false.
It
The
keeps them
electrostatic
separate.
gradient
It
will
keeps
not.
them separated.
Listen, shut up.
He's talking about clouds.
Shut up. So an electrostatic gradient cannot be gravity, because it would affect different materials in different ways, and that's not what we see. We see everything.
Incoherent
You must
electrostatic
shut the
acceleration
fuck up.
is the downward vector,
Right.
Donald.
When I tell you to shut the fuck up, or I'm going to put you in the audience, then if you speak, I put you in the goddamn audience, you piece of shit. Now listen, if electromagnetism was gravity, for starters, NASA would be building fucking wires, not rockets. And secondly, it would affect different materials in different ways, and that's not what we see. We see all materials being affected by gravity identically. So that's not what the fuck it is. Now, if I can invite you up, I'll be happy to invite you up. I don't know how many times I've put your dumbass in the audience. Or did you run?
Listen, even clouds have pressure. They have no container.
Even what?
Clouds have pressure, but they don't have a container.
Oh, sure. Plus
So you don't need a
hurricanes.
container. Yeah.
Hurricanes have pressure with no container. It's just silly. All right.
And I would like to know what their firmament is made out of.
Where it is. That'd be nice. Or a sample of it. Or a picture of it. Or
So they believe what water is above and water below. So maybe they thought that when rain came down, it came from the firmament or something. I don't know.
the windows opened and the rain came through the firmament from the waters above. Which fucking stupid. So Alligator, please control yourself.
I'm in control of myself. I do this all the time, Donald.
Alligator, what is the firmament made out of?
Magic.
Well, what is a
Imaginary. A firmament is imaginary.
nice? Well, why did Werner von Braun put the imaginary firmament on his tombstone?
Because he was a Bible believer.
Why did Walt Disney, after he met Werner von Braun, put the firmament into the Walt Disney logo in
I could not care
1954.
less about a fictional fucking logo, man. We're
They
talking
make
about goddamn
cartoons.
objective reality and facts here, dude. I don't care what Disney does. I don't care what some guy put on his fucking tombstone.
Disney
That's
is in
stupid.
more of objective reality than you are, Donald.
You don't know what objective reality looks like, buddy. You live in a fantasy world.
This is Mickey's world. You don't know what objective reality is.
I certainly know
You
what
see, I think
objective reality is.
he's just baiting. It sounds like he's baiting at this point.
Of course I know what objective reality
Amadi,
is.
don't speak for Donald, okay? You're a weirdo.
Of course I know what objective reality is. You're the one that's confused, not me.
You believe in the pancake.
I mean, we can. Why would our planet be different from every other planet we look at? I don't get that. Why is our planet special?
You're not looking at planets. That's sonoluminescence, Donald.
No, sonoluminescence is very, very particular, and we can demonstrate that what we're looking at stars
So-
is nuclear fusion.
Donald, does the sun exist?
Of course it does.
I mean, is it? Oh, I'm sorry, not you. The other. Oh, alligator. Is the sun real? I mean, or is it a hologram to you?
Holographic
We
projection.
can
so
demonstrate
what-
that it's nuclear fusion
It's-
because of
it's
neutrinos. You're
it's
silly.
plasmatic. It's plasmatic holographic projection because the light.
There's no such thing
It's
as
a-
plasma hologram. That's
sense.
stupid.
It's a plasmatic holographic
plasma-
There's
projection
no
because-
such thing as plasmatic hologram. That's
I love
stupid.
it.
If it's a plasma, it's not a hologram.
we can see through it, so it makes it a hologram.
We
and
cannot
it's
see through it.
it's a
Show me one
proje-
picture of people
It's a
seeing-
projection.
Dude, show me a picture of
tell you
people
he's
seeing.
baiting.
Stop, Amadi. Show me a picture of seeing through the sun, please. I
I
would
can show
love
you
to see
seeing
that.
through the sun and the moon. They're both holographic projections.
Show me a picture of it. Show me a single picture of anybody seeing through the fucking moon. That's stupid. That's one of the dumbest things I've ever heard.
Donald, how do you think Alligator is faring in this conversation?
Poorly. Extremely poorly.
Okay. Peter, would you agree?
Oh, I do this all the time. This is light work. You guys are like children to me.
We get.
Oh
we
my
get,
gosh, the projection and the arrogance and the stupidity and the ignorance. It just fell
We
out
get
of your
heat
mouth.
from the sun.
I literally do this all the time. You guys don't know anything.
You
You're like
don't,
little
just
children
because you
talking
do
about
it all the
science
time.
fiction.
Listen, just because you do it all the time
This
doesn't.
is
listen,
Mickey's world.
Listen, just because you do it all the time doesn't mean you're good at it.
Okay, tell me
You're
how
gonna
flat.
reference Mickey.
Tell me
you're
how
gonna
flat
reference-
Florida is. I don't know you, fuckser.
Florida's not
Donald,
flat.
tell me how flat
there's
Florida
nothing. There's the entire globe is not flat.
is. Donald.
The entire globe is not flat. Florida's
Well-
not flat. I've measured the curvature of the Earth
Well,
personally, and
tell
I
us
can
about
teach you how to do
Pontchartrain.
it.
Well, you're wrong, Donald. You're wrong.
Well, except I've measured the curvature of the planet myself, and I can teach you how to do it in your backyard.
Florida is
Alligator, can
is the flattest state, and it has 0.6% form curvature.
Oh, so it's not flat.
None.
What
It's got
about
curvature.
Colorado?
Got it. Thank you for demonstrating yourself to be wrong. The auto debunk is the best debunk.
And you don't know what topology is. Nice.
I do know what topology is.
I'm just scoring.
How do you explain the horizon on the flat Earth?
The horizon proves that that the Earth is horizontal.
No, the horizon
Really?
demonstrates the
That-
curvature. You cannot have a horizon without a curvature.
Nah, I'm playing, bro.
No, I thought
Yeah,
that was
still the
hollow. That was good, Dennis. That was good. Horizon, horizontal. Do you see how the words are spelled?
Oh.
Maybe in a two-dimensional world.
Like the
Argument for
plane.
etymology.
Like
that never
creation,
worked.
creation has created.
Right.
So obviously
And-
it was
right.
created. Duh.
Yes, creation, therefore create
Creatine.
for.
Demonstrate
That's
that
right.
the horizon
Comes
is an
from nothing,
optical illusion
creatine.
that always persists.
That's right.
Constantly for every human on the
Donald,
planet.
that,
That's
that,
really weird.
that happily
Plus,
refers back
you
to,
don't have to.
Disney.
You don't. Hang on. So, Top Striker, you don't even have to have any optics at all. There's no illusion to the horizon. Even if nobody is there, the horizon is still there. That's fucking goofy. Sorry for interrupting.
What they think is that they zoom in and it never ends in a zoom. Yet and still the ship sink.
But you
And you can
can't.
see it in a zoom.
That never happens though.
Not sink, but go beyond and it appears a lower and disappear.
We see too
Yeah.
far will never be an argument that demonstrates the flat Earth.
If you go to
because on the flat Earth we should see much farther.
Nice. Amadi, what kind of haircut do you think alligator gets when he goes to like supercuts and whatnot?
I could not
What
care
kind of-
less, Andrew. Do not
No, I'm
do
asking
that.
Amadi.
He
I'm asking
I
probably
don't
Amadi.
gets.
care. I don't care about people's haircuts, dude. Let's
Well,
not talk
hold
about
on.
people's haircuts. That's a
Well,
stupid
Donald,
conversation.
come on, man. Come on,
No,
brother.
dude, that's a stupid conversation.
You're
I'd
not being
rather
very
talk to
nice
a
to
fucking
me.
flat earther than someone about someone's hair.
Okay, well, hold on. Do you want to talk about a haircut or do you want to talk about rape? What do you want to do?
I want to talk about the flat earth or God.
Okay, well, I'll tell you, Amadi, since you won't let me get into the long conversation. He gets a flat top.
Like the Sonic Boom guy on Street Fighter.
Yeah, I guess it's flat top.
Oh, you were doing a joke. You could have warned me that you were doing a joke, and I would have
Donald,
laughed at the joke.
I love you, brother.
That was
It's
a
all
bit,
right.
brother. That was a bit.
Yes, Sonic Boom. It's all good. Alligator, I think people are unfair to you at times.
No, alligator's being a dick. So there's a whole lot of new people in the audience. Feel free to come on stage if you'd like to have a conversation. I would love to talk to you about, if you're a theist, I'd love to talk to you about God. If you're an idiot, I'd love to talk to you about the flat earth.
Blunt Bunny will give it to you straight,
That was a
Donald.
nice bit. That was a nice bit. I love that.
Maybe
If you're an idiot, I would like to talk to you about flat earth.
I mean, that's
Yeah, yeah.
basically all that can be said about anybody who believes flat Earth. I mean, that's just
Yeah.
like intellectual integrity just out the window.
Yeah, I mean, they just ignore evidence.
Blunt Bunny, are you there? I've never heard from you yet. Can you tell Donald bluntly how the Earth is either flat or how God exists? Blunt Bunny.
You believe in the flat earth? Blunt Bunny?
I don't know. I don't know.
Speaking
It's
of,
like the flat earthers they're everywhere.
Speaking of blunts, I don't
Well,
have a...
I mean,
around
they do
the
go
flat
hand in
earthers.
hand.
That's something that's
Wait.
amazed me. Okay, given how
Blunt
advanced
Bunny
we
was
are
trying to
and
speak.
what we have seen so far.
Actually, they go
we
hand
got
in hand,
tons of
right?
flat earthers.
You can't have a curved Earth and a God, and you can't have a flat Earth without a God.
You can't have a flat
I like
earth,
that.
period.
What's the argument for that?
You know, we can have
The
a
evidence
God,
for
that's
that
true.
is every other object in the sky, plus all the measurements, and I've measured the earth myself, and it's definitely curved.
Yeah,
You
looking at
measured
the
the
light,
Earth. What
looking
did
at
you
the light
use to
bulb in
measure
my
the Earth?
room, looking at the light bulb in my room tells me that what I'm sitting on is also a light bulb. That makes sense.
Did you use a tape measure to measure the Earth? What did you use?
I used a plumb bob and a protractor.
Oh, science. We can use calculation. We use shadows. They did that in Egypt,
Well, I didn't do that.
going from well to well.
I did
So
a,
you know what I mean.
I
But
did it
you know,
differently. I did it differently. It's a little more scientific. I used a plumb bob and a protractor so I could get the angle to the
in a
sun.
shadow.
No, I didn't use a shadow.
Okay.
I used gravity. I used the down, whatever it is that's
Trigonometry?
down. I used that. It's just more reliable
Right,
than a shadow.
was that calculation much trigonometry, right? That's trigonometry, right?
The geometry.
Trilateration, but yeah,
Yeah, so that's trigonometry, right? You're just,
it's a form of trigonometry. Yeah.
I don't, yeah. See, that's what amazes me. We've got all these evidence, all this, education, all this wisdom over the years, and there are like tons of flat earthers, you know, and they would happily, own up to that fact as well.
Yeah.
How
But they
dumb
haven't
can
proved
you
the thing. They haven't proved the thing themselves.
I've
Exactly.
measured it.
How dumb
But
can
no,
you
it's,
be?
I've personally measured the planet, dude. 5 times.
With a tape measure. Took a while.
No, you can measure things without a tape measure. There's other ways of measuring
Yeah,
things.
exactly.
I'm
You don't
kidding.
need
It
a
was a
tape
joke.
measure.
It was a
You
joke.
can,
He
You have
used
to
a
warn me about it.
hoverboard. He uses a hoverboard and tape measure.
You have to warn me about jokes.
nice. You guys use applications these days that actually give you counts of things. Come on, man. You gotta show some more, intellectual honesty than that.
Oh, they don't possess that. Flat earthers don't have that.
Well, I put the flat Earth video and the local sun into this chat twice now. Do you want me to do it a third time?
I'm not going to
You
click on a
didn't.
YouTube link.
You
and
won't even talk
YouTube,
about it. Yeah, you
YouTube
won't even
videos.
talk about it.
Listen, YouTube videos are not evidence.
Did you see that video where he was on the plane and he was flying over the sun? Did you see that video?
I can explain the sun in the clouds if that's what it is.
No, I'm joking, bro.
The
I've
alligator
watched a
guy.
number of videos online about
Yeah,
flat
yeah.
Earth, and none
Hey,
of them have
can
convinced
you
me so
explain
far.
seeing the moon, see the stars through the moon too?
I'd love to see a picture of it. That's never happened.
What about a lunar wave?
What the fuck is
Ah.
that?
Oh, you never heard of a lunar wave either?
What is that?
You are talking about tidals.
Alligator, what is lunar wave?
Are you talking about
I will
time?
put the I
No,
only have
just explain
videos.
it to me. Just explain it to me. What is it?
There's
You
this
seem to have an
there's
understanding of
there's
it.
this thing where a like line goes through the moon and resets it, and it's crazy.
I
But
would love to see a
there's lots
video
of
of
people.
this. Post a video of
Sure.
this. I'll watch that video. But it's not going to demonstrate that the moon is like translucent. That's silly.
It's a holographic plasmatic projection.
It
What?
cannot be a hologram if it's a plasma. That's stupid. You cannot do that.
Oh my god.
The heat, the cold heat that it
Cold
produces
heat is
tells
dumb.
you
What the fuck is cold heat?
through because plasma is created through fusion, and this is cold fusion. The moon is cold
Plasma's not
fusion.
the only. Fusion's not the only
Because
way to
this
make plasma. Oh my god! Everything you say is stupid. Everything
the
that you
sun
say
is
is
hot
stupid.
fusion. The sun is hot fusion, and there's so much of it that it creates a byproduct called cold fusion.
There's
And
no
we're
such thing as cold
observing it every
fusion.
night.
There's
The
no
moon
such
is
thing as
cold
cold fusion.
fusion.
There's no such
It's
thing as cold
plasma.
fusion.
Oh my
Listen,
gosh.
even if there
Is
was
this
cold
like
fusion,
Idiot
that's just
Fusion?
fusion.
What's going
Listen,
on?
listen,
How
everybody, shut up for a
dumb
second. Shut up for a second. Shut up for a second. Cold fusion is not fusion that makes cold. It's just fusion at room temperature with no heat and pressure. That's not the same thing.
That's
Any
the
kind
sun.
of energy is going to produce heat, not cold.
That's the sun. That's the sun. And then when you do it on a macro scale and it's so large, there is a byproduct, and we're observing the byproduct, and it's called the moon.
That's false. The moon is a chunk of rock.
Cold fusion is powering the sun, and it's creating a byproduct.
That's
and
false.
It's
There's no such
and it
thing
is
as
a
cold fusion.
plasmatic
Shut up.
projection. I'll
Shut up.
show you
Shut
the
up. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Dude, there is no such thing as cold fusion. And cold fusion is not what you're saying it is. Every fucking thing you're saying is wrong. You're a fucking dumbass. I'd rather have silence than talk to you now.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
He sounded like that dude from Bill and Ted's Adventure. Everything's more modern now. The moon's cold fusion. It's computer.
Yeah.
I think Alligator won.
He's posting YouTube videos. He's got evidence. Oh.
I think Alligator won. What do you think, Andrew?
I was just gonna say, yeah, I think they might need a rematch. Donald, would you be willing to have a 5-hour moderated debate with Alligator on the flat Earth?
Well, you know what? I think Donald is one down. Alligator's one up. You need to get your you gotta get your point back, bro.
I think well,
Andrew, how do you feel about yesterday?
With Jack?
Yeah.
Oh,
well, I think you were
wow.
saying some. I think you were saying some concerning stuff.
What? I didn't hear you.
Sorry.
I think you were saying some concerning stuff.
Ooh.
We'll have to talk about it.
It's all the same stuff the whole time.
Well,
so if it's concerned you, then it would have concerned you.
Well, I mean,
the last time and then the time before.
Yeah, well, it did, but I think just kind of.
So we're in the same spot.
Well, because it doesn't really make a lot of sense because you're obviously saying that you affirm his problem of evil. That means that his problem of evil would work against Christians who believe in the triomni, classical theistic conception of God, whatever. But that doesn't really make sense because you wouldn't defend that against Christians who believe in the classical triomni God. He will, you won't. So I don't understand why you would say you affirm that his argument goes through. It doesn't make sense.
Well, actually, you know what? I should probably make a clarifying thing, and I think it maybe is important for you. But he's doing it like hypothetically, in terms of like if this, then that, blah blah blah. And there is technically a premise I deny, but the way that I guess we're going to talk about it is like a little bit different. Because one of the premises that's important for the problem of evil is that there in fact is evil. Right?
Well,
I told you I don't think that premise is true. So in some sense, like it is true that like I actually don't accept the problem of evil, but only in terms of all the other stuff. Like
No, I
obviously if I don't think there
my,
is evil, there is no problem of evil.
well, that's I mean, they can just
Albedo,
say
he's not mad. He's just concerned. Okay.
they can just say they can just say that the Christians believe it. That's not really an issue.
Yeah, but I'm
It's
a
right.
Christian.
No, I know it's not running against you though, because you have other issues with your view that it doesn't really touch. It's kind of there's some other problem on your view, but I'm saying
Oh well,
that
that
on
was he wants to investigate it a little
yeah,
bit.
I
But
know
I
it's got it's very there's a lot of stuff there, but on a Christian view that's standard historical classical theism,
mm,
it isn't the case that that really matters. Obviously, they affirm evil. So the point is you
oh, they
saying
do?
that you saying that you
Really?
believe, yeah, they think it's
What do
privation,
you
but they,
think? Yeah, no. What
but
is a privation?
it's not ontologically existing, but it's still the case
Oh,
that
okay.
evil
So it does no.
occurs.
What does ontological mean?
Oh boy.
It doesn't have ontological existence,
Yeah,
but
but
that's not
no.
what we're talking about.
Ontological is
It
like the
does. If
study of
something
Yeah,
has
being.
ontology, does it mean it exists?
it can exist in another way. There's things that can exist without it being. It doesn't have ontological existence, but it's
I
something
don't
that's
know what
still.
that to me sounds redundant.
But it's still real.
No, I don't think
So
it's real.
yeah, okay. Well,
Abstract
anyway,
things
Because
but
I
are
now
think
not
that's
real and
strictly
ontology and
but listen,
exist, they're all the same words to me.
Albedo, let's just try not to avoid the real problem. The real problem is that Christians that hold this view,
Mhm.
you should be arguing against them, but you don't because you don't actually agree with his argument.
No, I do argue
But
against them.
okay, so you think that his problem, you think the logical problem of evil, as Jack presents it, goes through against Christians.
Yeah.
Of course.
Okay, that's
all the
okay.
problems of evil goes through on all omni-gods.
And I do argue against it. In fact,
yeah.
the way that I
you.
argue it is just different because I don't want them to give up God, obviously. And so Jack wants them to give up God. I don't
No,
want
but why
them to
don't
give
you
up
run it
God.
against
I
somebody?
want them to give up evil.
Why don't you run it against like MJ or something
You
like
do
that?
realize how different Albedo's
I do.
conception of God is than yours, Andrew.
Yeah, that's not what
You
I'm
guys have
talking about.
very different conceptions
Yeah,
of
that's
God.
not.
One of my
Well,
arguments for it, Andrew, is my argument for universalism.
I don't even know what that
no,
means.
that's. Oh gosh, I mean, what I'm saying is that you should be just in the way you were just unrestrained, completely just on board. You're just like, yeah, oh yeah, of course I believe with him. Of course I agree with Jack. I've always agreed with Jack. We're just, but we're tight like that. We're on the same
Why are we
page, right?
talking?
That's what you're
Why are
doing.
we
Right.
talking about people
But
who aren't
then,
here?
sorry,
I don't
we're
know.
talking about an argument right now, Donald.
Well, arguments are
Sorry.
independent of who presents them, so I don't really care.
Yeah, that's right. It's called the problem of evil, right?
Everybody
So
knows
it's
about the
logical
problem
problem.
of evil.
Well, that's fine. There's just a little bit of a context here. It's not super relevant to people knowing that. I'm just saying for Albedo's sake. But nonetheless, yeah, I should just see you defending the LPOE against people who are capable of engaging it. That's all I don't see really, Albedo. So I'm a little baffled about what you did, but that's
I don't have to do Jack all.
that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying the fact that you claim that that's an argument that you agree with, then I would think that you would be defending it at times when you're dealing with people who are adamant theists and who present God as being good, et cetera, all that stuff. I would think you would occasionally throw that in as a counter, but you don't. So I don't.
I do. I just
okay.
don't do it in the way that you think I should.
I hate
no,
the
man.
argument from the problem of evil. It's stupid.
Yeah. Well,
it works,
okay.
but it's stupid. I don't like it because you have to talk about atrocities. Yeah. I can demonstrate physics all day without ever invoking an atrocity. You can't do that with God. Also, everybody click on the link at the top. That's pinned at the top. That's my YouTube. Subscribe. Watch my videos. I'm live streaming right now. It's wonderful. I don't need the logical problem of evil to disprove God.
Oh, yeah. How do you disprove God?
Creation.
Quickly, Donald.
Creation. There's never been creation, so there is no creator.
There's never been creation. So isn't that big? Aren't you begging the question? Aren't you just
no? How am I begging the question to say that something's not?
To say it's never been. You're just stating your position.
Well, no, I can demonstrate that nothing's ever been created.
How can you demonstrate that?
So, can you click on a link?
I can click on a link, but how can you demonstrate it?
By you clicking on this link. So, give me a second.
No. Okay.
Once you click on this link, I'll explain it. It's a little complex. It's just a Google search results link. I'll click on it with you. All right, you ready? Click on that link.
I mean, I guess. I hope
Click
we're
on the
not
link
doing
that I
that.
just posted.
Oh boy. Okay.
I've already clicked on it.
Oh boy.
Okay. So this is, are you there?
Yeah.
All right, so this is the core equation. Every experiment ever performed by humans has conformed to this equation. And so this bit right here, matter, that shows a mass energy equivalence that on the quantum scale is never violated. Energy is strictly conserved, and at the earliest moments of the universe, the entire universe was quantum, or at the earliest moments of the expansion of the universe, rather, the entire universe was quantum. So at the quantum scale, energy is strictly conserved, so nothing's ever been created. Everything was just built from stuff that was already there.
The stuff that was already there, where'd that come from?
Nowhere. It doesn't come from. It's eternal.
Oh, so it's eternal?
Yes.
How do you know that it's eternal?
Because
how
of
do you
that
know
mass energy equivalence that I showed you, that equation I just showed you.
No, but how do you know that the energy is eternal?
Because of that equation that I just showed you. It demonstrates...
That equation shows that energy is eternal?
Yes. It shows that energy cannot be created or destroyed at the quantum scale.
Yeah, inside of like a closed system, right?
No, it is independent of systems. Utterly independent of systems.
Oh, okay. Matter cannot be created. You figured that out. Why isn't that?
No, energy. Energy is strictly conserved.
Yeah, but matter's there's going to be
no
energy
matter is something that transforms. So no,
yeah,
it's not
fine.
conserved. Matter's not conserved.
Do you believe that? Well, since you're saying this is just a foregone conclusion, it's just a fact. Why is it that there are people who are?
It's not a foregone.
Obviously,
it's not a foregone conclusion.
You're saying as though it's already concluded. This is true.
Yes, this is a fact.
Okay.
Like I said, every experiment ever performed by humans has conformed to this equation. Let me finish my fucking sentences, Andrew.
I heard you say that. Donald. I heard it. I need to repeat that. Now, energy. You're saying energy has always existed. Why isn't it the case? Why isn't it the case that the astrophysicists and the various people that are in the scientific fields who are Christian, who are Christian, don't agree with that? Why is that?
Because they're biased.
Oh, they're biased.
Yeah,
so they don't agree.
Creation. I'm not biased.
But this is a clear fact. This is an unmistakable fact, right?
Yes.
This is an irrefutable fact.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds pretty crazy.
That's
like
crazy.
saying that
It's just people listen. It's not crazy. It's just people separate their religious beliefs from their scientific beliefs.
No.
Yes. Yes, they do.
No, you're not going to have people believing. There's not going to be something that's as objective as the sun existing. Okay, 2 + 2 is 4.
All right, so show
you're not going to have those people.
Show me a physicist that disagrees with this equation. Go ahead.
Yeah, I can show you plenty. Like
show me one. I don't need plenty. Show me one
astrophysicist.
No, not astrophysicist. Physicist.
Okay. So a physicist who denies
who
energy
disagrees with the core theory.
No, you said energy is eternal, and this is a fact. Okay.
But no. Okay. What I asked you.
That's what you said.
Stop. This is what I said. Let me repeat myself because you misunderstood. Show me a physicist who disagrees with the core theory. That's what I said.
No, I'm not talking about that.
I am, though, but that's the only thing I'm talking about.
But you said it's
But that's the only thing that I'm talking about.
Donald, is it a fact that energy is eternal?
It is a fact that energy cannot be created or destroyed, therefore it's eternal.
Is it a fact that energy is eternal? Yes or no?
I just said yes, you dick! Stop asking the same question I've already answered.
Okay, if it's a fact, then physicists are going to agree with you.
Yes,
correct?
Physicists agree with me.
Okay, thank you. So that's all I need to show. Just hang tight.
Yeah, show me a single physicist that disagrees with the core theory.
Oh no, you're not. You're changing it again.
No, I'm not. You're the one that's changing it, Dick. You're the one that's changing it, motherfucker. Stop talking or I put you in the audience, motherfucker. So listen, the only thing that I ever said was show me a physicist that disagrees with the core theory. Anything other than that, you fucking changed, asshole, not me.
I asked you if energy was eternal. You said yes. I said, is it a fact? You said yes. And then I said, so physicists are not going to deny the fact. And you said yes. So what is the problem here?
The problem is that when I asked you to show me a physicist that disagrees with the core theory, you changed the thing.
I'm not
Stop
focused on
talking!
that.
Stop talking! Stop fucking talking! You changed the question that I asked from find me a physicist that disagrees with the core theory to I'm going to show you a physicist that disagrees that energy is eternal. Well, the core theory says that energy is eternal. So what you have to do is show me a physicist that disagrees with the core fucking theory.
It actually says that there's several. Like it literally says there's several.
Show me
Stephen Hawking.
one.
Yeah,
Show me a single physicist that disagrees with the core
theory. Stephen Hawkins.
Stephen Hawking did not disagree with the core theory. Show me a single peer-reviewed paper that he disagrees with the core theory.
Donald, you're not being fair.
I am. What are you talking about?
I'm just gonna concede to you because I don't care. Listen, I'm gonna concede to you because I don't care if people agree with the theory. Okay, you win. Cool.
It's not
done, right?
The core theory is a mathematical theory.
Whatever.
No, not whatever, dude.
Care.
Okay, so
no, whatever. Literally whatever,
right,
because
so
I don't care.
Since you don't care, we don't need to talk about it anymore.
Well, you actually do got several that disagree though. Like Stephen Hawkins, he actually wrote almost everything.
So let's stop right here. His name.
Let's
stop right here. We need to stop right here. We need to stop right fucking here, dumbass. Stop. It's not Stephen Hawking's. It's Stephen Hawking. And if you can't even pronounce his fucking name right, why should I trust anything?
Oh, I'm sorry. I put an S at the end.
I was not quite fucking done yet, dick.
Wasn't either. And you cut me off.
Yes, I cut you off because you were wrong. I will always cut you off when you're wrong. Every fucking time you're wrong, I will cut you off. Now, I'd like to finish my fucking sentence, and then I'll bring you back up to the audience, or to the stage. If you don't even know how to properly pronounce the man's name, I'm not going to trust a single thing that you have to say about him, period.
Stephen Hawkish.
Hawking.
I'm back, Donald. How are you?
I don't know who brought you back up.
Back up.
I'm done talking to you, man. You are incoherent nonsense bullshit, denying everything that I say just because, nuh-uh. I'm done talking to you. You said yourself. You fucking said yourself. Okay. Shut up.
Okay.
You said yourself that you don't care.
No, I don't care about the argument about.
So we don't need to talk. All right. Is there anybody on stage who does care?
Hey, Donnie.
Don't call me that. Use my actual name.
Or Donald's.
Thank you. What's up?
I added an S and you ain't saying nothing about it, but all right. So they also have Alexander Vilenkin.
And
he got Roger Penrose.
He agrees with the core theory.
And Roger Penrose.
And Roger Penrose agrees with the core theory.
All right, so he argues that our universe began in a special low entropy state.
No.
This strongly suggests.
Stop! You're already wrong.
Stop!
Motherfucker! Stop! You are already wrong. He doesn't think the universe began. It's cyclical. There was no beginning in Penrose's model. You don't know what you're fucking talking about. When I tell you to stop, motherfucking stop.
What's your source?
Sir Roger Penrose.
Yeah, he's my source too.
But you misunderstand the source. He doesn't think there was a beginning to the universe.
So he doesn't believe that that the universe began in an entropy state.
He doesn't believe that the universe began. He thinks it was cyclical. Cyclical has no beginning.
I mean, that's not what it says here.
Show me the peer-reviewed paper that Penrose says the universe began.
So you want specifically a peer-reviewed paper?
That's the only thing I accept as evidence.
All right, I'll find it.
Peer review for what he said? What does that mean?
It means that he would have published a paper.
Pass it to me. I'll review it.
I want to answer the
as
fucking.
your peer.
Shut
means
up!
He wants
I
3
want
or
to
4
answer the
people
fucking
smarter
question.
than him who have already come to the conclusion
I'm
that
going
he
to mute
wants
everybody,
to
and if you guys unmute, I'm just going to move you to the audience. So what I mean is, he would have published a paper, and in that paper, it would have said, in the beginning, blah blah blah, and it would have been peer-reviewed. That's what I want.
Well, do you have that for yours?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I see it?
Sure.
Do you have peer review of someone who agrees with
Yeah.
their?
Yeah, I have peer review.
Post it so I can see it.
Give me a second. I'm an idiot. Put it in the wrong place.
All right, I got one.
Circles in the CMB sky.
All right, it's called. The title is "Inflationary Space-Time Are Incomplete in Past Direction."
Penrose doesn't accept inflation.
What?
Penrose doesn't accept inflation. This is what he accepts.
Well,
is his
this is art. I'm sorry. This is Board Guth
Vilenkin.
or Belenkin, whatever.
Yeah, but
I don't know how to
that's
say
not
his
a
name.
cyclical universe.
And then you got Hawkins.
There's no fucking S, dick. Oh my God! How many times do I have to correct yourself? Correct yourself, dumbass.
All right, Hawkins.
No, Hawking. Hawking. There's only one fucking Hawking.
All right, I'm sorry that I'm ghetto, bro. But that's how I talk.
I mean, if you can't even pronounce the man's name right, I'm not going to trust anything you say about it.
Hey, I said it. I'm sorry that I misspoke. But anyways, his name is.
You didn't misspeak. I corrected you, and you continue to be incorrect. That is you not self-correcting. That's not you misspeaking. That's you not self-correcting.
Oh, I'm sorry that I didn't self-correct and speak how you want me to speak.
Do better.
Man. I'm sorry I don't speak.
It's not the way that I want you to speak. It's just the man's name.
Yeah, I'm sorry that I don't speak the way that you want me to speak,
It's
bro.
not about speaking the way I want you to speak. It's about the goddamn man's name,
do we say Hawkins or Hawkins is?
I said Hawkins. I said Hawkins with an S. All I did was add an S, bro.
No, I mean when we're talking like in his about his theories, we say Hawkins theories or Hawkins's theories.
I don't know.
He just said the man's name. He didn't say anything about possession.
I said Hawkins theory, bro. Like
you didn't. But okay, let's move on.
Just say Steven, bro, please.
All right, I just say Steven, bro. Damn. But anyway, yeah, my boy Steven.
Call him Stepstein. You should call him
Stepstein. You could just call him Hawking because that's his.
It's hard for me. It's hard for me to say
who
Hawking
cares?
without
He
the
agrees with the core theory.
bro.
He fucking agrees with the core theory.
I mean, not according to this classical singularity theorems.
I would love to read a peer-reviewed paper that Stephen Hawking published that says the core theory is wrong. Please post that.
Well, if you're saying that the universe has a beginning, then it disagrees with what you're saying.
No, that's not what I asked for. What I asked for was a physicist who disagrees with the core theory. That's what I asked for, and none of you have provided that.
You say with energy being eternal, right?
No, disagrees with the core theory. Oh my God, how many times do I have to repeat myself? I hate having to repeat myself for dumbass theists. A physicist.
For dumbass theists.
Because you're not learning. A physicist.
And I hate.
Shut up.
I hate talking to
Shut up.
arrogant, stupid atheists. No.
I mean, I'm not the arrogant one, dumbass. So,
you are. You're very arrogant and you're very stupid and loud,
listen
bro.
to me. Shut up. A physicist who disagrees with the core.
Very highly of yourself.
Shut the fuck up.
Very.
Think very highly of yourself.
Very.
A physicist who disagrees with the core theory is what I've been asking for, and no one has provided that. God, you people.
Yeah, because you be cutting people off. You be cutting people
because
off.
y'all are wrong. I cut you off when you're wrong.
Yeah, and I do know what a theory is.
When you're wrong.
All right, and I cut you off when I think you're wrong too. No.
Well, as long as you can demonstrate me being wrong, that's fine. But
you haven't demonstrated me being wrong.
I demonstrate that you're wrong.
You just been cutting me off because
I'm sorry. I was in the middle of a sentence there. So when I stop somebody because they're wrong, okay, I'm just going to move it to the audience if you don't shut the fuck up. Every time that I stop someone to interrupt, every time I interrupt somebody because they're wrong, I can demonstrate that they're wrong. That's the difference between me and you. You interrupt for no reason.
Yeah, I interrupt because you interrupt me, and that seems like a good enough reason to me.
False!
Dennis,
False! There are two good reasons to interrupt somebody: if you need clarity or if they say something that's incorrect. Those are the only two good reasons to interrupt somebody.
What is that based on?
Hey, Dennis.
What up?
You got kids?
Well, I got kids.
Just you know how you got to treat your kids when they flash off.
Yeah.
Just come
Yeah, I
with
give him
that
some
energy.
candy.
Yeah, because I don't want you to get.
Yeah,
You
Donald,
know,
you want some
do that.
candy, bro? I get Donald some candy so he can chill out.
I'm perfectly chill. You don't need to do anything to chill me out except for when I tell you to
No,
shut up.
just react. Just
Oh
show
my
the
god,
grace
I
how
was
you
in the
would
middle of a
show.
goddamn
Yeah.
sentence. I was in the middle of a goddamn sentence there. And there's no way I
You
had
got
said
it.
any there is no way I had said anything incorrect because I was talking about my fucking opinion.
For sure. For sure.
All right, go ahead, bro.
No, y'all don't fucking care. If you cared,
No.
you'd listen and not talk. But you continue to talk, so you don't fucking care. So I don't care to teach you.
Oh, okay, cool. What else y'all want to talk about?
I mean, I'd love to talk to God. I'd love to talk to a theist about God. That'd be amazing. Doesn't seem like
No, I
any
thought you was
theists
gonna
want to
say
do
you
it.
love talking to God. I talk to God all the time,
No,
bro.
no, I love talking to theists about God. This is very different. No, alligator, you're not coming up.
So what do you want to talk to the theist about God? What do you want
Well,
to talk
I'd like
about?
to know, are you a theist?
Because I'm one that believes in God.
All right, why?
More plausible explanation that says that
Okay,
God exists.
pick one thing that God explains and tell me how God explains it.
You said what? Pick
Pick
one
one
thing that
thing
God
that,
explains.
yeah, pick one. You said that God is the best explanation, so pick one thing that God explains and tell me how God explains it.
Well, I think the biggest issue with being atheist is
No.
hold
Pick
on,
one thing that
hold on.
God explains. Pick one thing that God explains and tell me
So God
how.
explains
And tell me
unactuated.
and is the middle of a sentence. And
Okay.
explain how God explains it.
Well, I think God explains an unactuated actuator.
Demonstrate that there is an unactuated actuator.
Because if he's because from my viewpoint,
Your opinions are not
since the
evidence.
I said from my viewpoint.
Yeah, that's your opinion. It's not
All
evidence.
right, so is my opinion. You're asking me why, and I'm giving you my opinion.
No, I'm
I
asking
mean,
you. I didn't ask why. I never
you're
asked why. I didn't ask a why
so you're
question.
asking me why do I believe, and I'm telling you why I believe. Right? Then you ask me why I believe.
Yeah, that was the why question.
All right, so now I'm telling you why.
But you haven't demonstrated that the reason that you're giving is a valid reason. So can you demonstrate an unactuated actuator?
Well, I
You
believe.
asking another question now.
You believe in it. That's your opinion. I don't care about your opinion.
All right, so I think that God being an unactuated actuator is a better explanation for the universe coming into
How
existence
does it explain it?
because if everything that we know is contained in space, time, and matter, whatever caused it would have had to been spaceless, timeless, and matterless.
Demonstrate that. Why would that be the case?
Because if not, then it had to go. It would be an infinite regress. It would have to go
What's
back
wrong with an
forever and
infinite
ever.
regress?
So because it's like, for example, if I say I turned this light off, and you'd be like, "Oh, what caused you to turn the light off?" "Oh, it was my arm." "Oh, but what caused your arm?" "It's
That's not
connected to my
infinite.
body."
That
"Oh, what
ends at your
caused your
brain.
body?"
That
It's
ends at
just
your.
going back and
Stop!
back. So
Stop! 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 Stop!
eventually, it
Stop!
has to
Stop!
go.
Stop! Motherfucker! Stop talking! You're so annoying. So listen, that's not an infinite regress because it ends at your brain. There's an end to it.
It
You have
doesn't end at your brain
stop talking and listen.
because something called.
Listen! Shut your mouth, open your fucking ears, and listen.
But what caused my brain to
Fucking
be here though?
shut up! Listen.
It doesn't
Oh
stop
my
at your brain,
fucking
bro.
Christ. I would rather hear silence. Oh my God. fucking piece of shit. Oh my god. Alright, is there anybody else on stage or in the audience who would just love to have a conversation about the God that they believe in? That'd be amazing. Eli, welcome. Susan and Kaiser, welcome to the room. Feel free to come on stage. Nabilian and C4T, thank you for coming to the room. Feel free to come on stage. I'd love to have a conversation with you. Nonsense, welcome to the stage. Thank you for coming by. You have to none? You have to demonstrate that God is the thing that's responsible for the experiences of the people and things around us. That's just an assumption that you're making. You have to actually demonstrate that that is true before I believe it. Then I don't believe it.
God is awesome.
What?
I said God is awesome.
I did not understand you.
I bet. Because I probably got my phone on the thing.
Yeah.
And I said God is awesome.
I can't understand a word you're saying. Meek.
What was that?
Alright then. Well, I'm going to stop my live stream for now.
Yeah, I said God is awesome.
Demonstrate that God exists.
So you can whine and cry at me? Hell no, I'm good.
What?
And then yell at me? I'm good.
No, I'm not going to yell at you unless you don't cooperate. If you cooperate, I won't yell. But if I have to interrupt you because you're wrong, then you have to stop, and I'm going to keep getting louder until you do stop. Or I put you in the audience.
Yep.
But I mean, if you just cooperate, and when I have a question, you stop talking, then I won't yell.
Sure.
So can you demonstrate that God exists?
Nope.
Well, then I'm not going to believe it.
Okay.
I don't believe anything without a demonstration of that thing.
Okay. I mean, you just another ant. I mean, it's just like just another dust speck. So who cares what you believe or think?
I care. I care
All right.
a lot.
But nobody else does. So
that's their problem, not mine.
I mean, it's not a problem.
It's a problem for me.
Yeah,
it's a big
right,
fucking
for
problem
you.
for me. It's a huge fucking problem for me because there's a bunch of people who believe in a fictional character that is real that are trying to change my laws, my government, and my schools.
Yeah, y'all all say that. I don't think that's our issue. But I think y'all just have a hatred towards life.
No, I love life. I'm fine with life.
Sure. Well, yeah, that's just an excuse. Really, the people believing in God has nothing. It doesn't affect you at all.
It fucking does.
Demonstrate it.
They are changing the laws, the schools, and the government to more closely match theirs instead of the Constitution that was written 250 years ago.
Give me an example.
So whenever the states try to stick the Constitution on the walls of the school in the states that's happening, there's like 7 states that's happening. They're trying to get the Bible taught in schools. They're trying to change laws to allow like religion into the laws. Like certain people can't get married. That's a religious belief.
Yeah, but the law is everybody can get married. Gays,
But they're
anybody can get
trying
married.
to change it. The Christians are trying to change that.
But what does that have to do with you?
I am under the laws of the country.
But aren't you married already?
That's irrelevant. it's not about just me. It's about everybody in the culture. We have 350 million people in our country.
Yeah, but they're not. They're not bothered. You're the only one bothered.
No, they are bothered because they are oh my God. Do you not understand what empathy is?
Yeah, I had empathy on you.
I don't think you do. What is empathy?
Let's look it up.
Let's do that.
Definition of empathy. Empathy. The ability to understand and share the feelings of another.
Yeah, I'll accept that.
So yeah, I understand.
Okay,
You, I
so
understand.
because the Christians are trying to change the laws so that certain people can't do certain things, I have empathy for those people, and I don't want them to have their rights removed, which is what
But the Christians are not. They're not seceding.
Well, yeah, because we're fighting back, but they're trying. They're trying really hard, and that's the thing that needs to stop. They need to stop trying.
So if someone tries to break in my house, but they don't succeed.
They
And they go to
still should
jail.
not have tried in the first place.
Right, but what I'm saying is they didn't succeed. So
But they should not have tried in the first place. I don't understand why you don't get this. They should
no,
not
I
have
get
tried.
I get that, Donald.
So I want the Christians to stop trying to put religion into the government laws in schools. That's what I want.
They're not though.
They
So
fucking are!
see how you yelling?
Because I have to repeat myself because you're a dumbass theist who has to hear everything 10,000 times before it gets through your thick theist skull. They are trying to change the laws in at least 7 states, plus they're trying to do it on a federal level with marriages and abortions and a bunch of other shit. They're trying to make religious laws, and they should not do that.
No, I just think you got a lot of pain in your life.
I
You
have
going through a
zero
lot.
pain about religion. I just want them to stop trying to shove it into our schools, laws, and government.
No, not pain with religion.
Listen, there is a White House office of bias, Christian bias. That is religion in our government. I don't want that. I want the government should not have religion involved in it. There should be a strict separation.
All right. Christians aren't the only one who trying to oppose laws. So.
And I want all of the religious people to stop trying to change laws to more religious laws.
Even atheists are trying to change laws.
To be less religious, because that's what the Constitution says.
Like for example, they're trying to oppose a law where they're allowing men to enter into women's bathrooms. That's sick. That's atheist.
This is another part of the religious belief, because trans people exist. That's just a fact. And
Yeah, that's weird.
Your religion is trying to change laws to more closely match the religious opinion instead of fact. I want that to stop.
The fact is, a man is not a woman.
The fact is, trans people exist. That's a fact.
I'm not saying they don't, but what I'm saying is,
yes, you are. You are saying that trans people don't exist when you say what you said.
a man is not a woman. That's not a fact.
Trans people exist.
I never said they didn't. I said, answer my question: is a man a woman?
Trans people exist.
You see how you can't answer that?
That is the fucking answer.
I never said they didn't exist.
You are. When you set it up as a bipolar thing, only two options, that's saying that trans people don't exist because it's a spectrum. It is not like a dichotomy.
So why can't you answer the question?
I did. It's just not a yes or no. And it's just not a yes or no question.
Yeah, but when people do it to you, you get frustrated. But when you do it, it's okay.
What do you mean?
When people don't answer you directly.
Answer the fucking question.
But so a man is not a woman. That's just a fact.
Trans people exist. That is a fact. It is not binary. It is not 1 or 0. It's a spectrum.
Yeah, men who think they are women exist.
All right, I'm going to move you to the audience because I hate talking about politics, and I'd rather hear silence than you yammering on about trans people, me. I don't understand why you care what people do with their bits. Who the fuck was that? Who did that?
I was just aping you, Donald.
That was you, Nara?
Yeah, I was just trying to be funny. Sorry about that.
You failed. Anybody in the audience, feel free to come on stage. I love, except for Meek. I'm not inviting you back up because you have nothing important. You have nothing at all to say. I honestly could not care less what people do with their bits. People can do whatever the fuck they want with their bits as long as it's adults in consenting relationships. That's all I care about. All right. And I hate talking about politics in this room. This is not a politics room. Where did Alligator go? Flat Earth made this room interesting. Alligator was preaching and not allowing others to speak, so I had to get rid of him. And no, Flat Earth is not interesting. It's boring as fuck. Every single object we see in the sky is a sphere. Why the fuck would we be different? And that's just the beginning. Horizons, sunsets, retrograde motion of the planets with oval, not oval, the other word for oval. Elliptical orbits. I mean, it's just silly. Elsa drills Sammy, C4T, CM, welcome to the room. Dennis, let's see if we can invite you. Dennis, feel free to come back up. Hey, KJB, welcome.
What's up?
Hey. If you can control yourself, Dennis, I won't put you back in the audience, but you have to control yourself.
Don't you think you need to control yourself?
I'm in perfect control of myself.
Look. I mean, the comments you made earlier, right? About Christians trying to impose their laws on others. I mean, wouldn't atheists be doing the same thing? They're trying to impose their laws on Christians who probably don't agree with the laws that's being imposed on them.
No.
But
So
the
what
problem
makes
is, listen, the problem is that the laws that the Christians are trying to impose are removing rights from people. The other side are not removing rights from other people.
so atheists, when they make laws, it isn't removing rights from Christians when they believe that men should not be in the bathroom with women. That's
Oh
not
my
removing
fucking
the right.
Christ. Trans people fucking exist, all right? We're done with trans people. Don't fucking
I
talk about
agree.
trans people anymore. I'll put you in the audience
But
if all you want to do is talk about
that's
trans people.
imposing your laws on people that
No,
don't want to
it
take
is
part in it.
not removing rights unwarrantedly.
It is.
No.
It's removing
Stop.
rights for women.
No. It is not removing any rights from anybody.
Yes, it is. From women to have their own bathroom. It's removing their right.
Trans people exist, asshole.
So what
They
about
do.
so like what about unisex bathrooms, right? Presumably you're going to hold the same standard, right? Because there are bathrooms that are open to both genders. If you go that really doesn't count, you have a double standard now.
I would prefer
You
individual
talking to
bathrooms.
Donald?
Hang on, I was in the middle of a sentence there. I would prefer individual bathrooms that aren't shared by anybody. That's what I want.
So Donald, do you think that each country should make their own laws based on this transgender thing?
I think all countries should make their own laws, period.
Do transgender do trans exist in Saudi Arabia?
Trans people
Probably,
exist
yeah.
everywhere.
You just said the law.
Yeah, the law.
Every country should make their own laws, so they
Yeah.
cannot exist where the law says you're not there.
That's the law does not make something exist or not exist. That's one of the dumbest things I've ever heard in my life. You should never
As a
repeat that.
category.
You should never ever repeat that ever again.
There's certain things in America that only exist in America because of laws.
Like what?
No. Like
Name one.
Certain things. Let's say
like taxes.
Taxes
Well,
exist outside of the United States.
No, I'm saying that's what the
Okay,
law
okay.
says,
For
brother.
example, the 13th Amendment says that you're a slave if you're in prison. Not every country has that in their
But other
constitution.
countries do.
Yes, not
So
every.
it doesn't help your argument in any meaningful way. So why are you
What
bringing it
about
up?
the ones that don't? You just said
But
every
there are
country can make their own
places
laws.
that do. What about the places that do?
Can you drive on the opposite side of the road in England?
Yeah.
I think they drive on the
You can
Okay.
other side of
drive
the road.
anywhere you
Yeah.
want. You're
Okay,
just going to
you
be
can,
breaking the
right?
law.
But
You can drive anywhere you want. You're just going to be breaking the law.
you see, you don't think the law exists. Like, okay, there are laws,
Laws are
right? So that means that you're
subjective.
not
Yeah, they're
meant to do it.
imagined. Stop. Yes,
So,
laws
so
are.
they don't have a
Stop.
permit.
Stop. 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 Yes, laws are subjective. They're imaginary. We make them up.
So trans exists no matter what, without the
Yes.
law or not. That's what
Whether
you're trying
there's
to say.
laws or not, trans people exist.
Yeah, they're just going to exist, right,
It's
as a part of
imaginary.
society.
It's imaginary. It's a social construct that y'all made up that there's trans people. There's no such thing as a trans person
I don't
in
see one
nature.
in Dubai.
Demonstrate that. Demonstrate
I
there's
don't
no
see
such
one
thing
in
as a trans
Dubai.
person.
Yeah, like here's the thing, right? Like there are societies, right, where like I don't know, being gay, right, is like heavily frowned upon, even punishable by death. But to say like there are no gay people in that country would be a ridiculous statement.
Yeah,
They
it's
just
silly.
don't tell people, right? In the same way that there might be a law about trans people, right? It would be ridiculous to say that trans people don't exist in that country. They just aren't out, right?
And that's removing rights from
Well,
people, which is
well,
not what we
if you
want.
if you
Stop.
believe
Stop.
that,
I was in
then
the middle of a fucking sentence. Listen.
or
So,
you were whispering. I thought
listen.
you weren't audible.
Listen. I was in the middle of a sentence. So, and the religious people want to take those rights away from the trans people. That the other side, the secular side, not even atheists. There are Christians who feel that separation of church and state is a good idea. And the secular side is trying to not remove those rights from those people, while the religious side is removing those rights.
When did they have a right in the Middle East?
Everybody has a right to their beliefs. I don't understand what that means.
Exactly. So if they say they don't exist, then they don't exist over there.
But science says they do
Well, that's
exist.
an opinion, right? That's
Well, he just said everybody had a right.
Dude, yeah, but that doesn't make their beliefs correct. They can believe wrong things.
Okay, do you believe that somebody can be born heterosexual and then go to the other side or go in between? Is that
what do
possible?
you
Gender and sexuality is fluid. Yeah, it can change. It very rarely does after
It,
the age.
it's
I'm
fluid.
almost done with
All
my
right.
sentence, but I wasn't quite done with my sentence. I was in the
The
middle of
mic is
my
hot.
sentence. The middle of my sentence. So, gender and sexual attraction is fluid. It does change over time, but it rarely like flips like that. Oh, past the age of 5.
So
I'm not angry.
how do you know so much about these things?
I read papers that are published in science. Science is how I know things.
Okay. In 1972, they labeled gay as being a mental illness.
They were
Do you
wrong.
agree with that or not?
No, they were wrong.
They're wrong.
Yeah. It's not a mental illness.
So what is a mental illness then? If it's not in accordance with nature?
Mental illnesses are in accordance with nature. That's very goofy to say.
what?
Mental illness is in accordance with nature.
Yeah.
Expound.
Everything that happens inside your brain is accordant with nature. That doesn't even make sense. That's what you're saying.
Okay. Your survival, for example.
No, your brain. What?
Your species survival.
No.
How does that?
No. What do you want? What do you not understand about no? Your brain. I'm talking about your brain because we're talking about mental disorders. That happens in your fucking brain. They're chemical imbalances.
So it is a disorder then.
It's chemical imbalances. There are.
Okay, we agree. It's a disorder.
Can I fucking finish?
There's gender dysphoria.
Shut up. There are mental disorders, but being gay is not one of them.
Why? Why wouldn't it be? What makes you the arbiter
It's
of
not
saying it's not?
me. It's fucking science. We do science on this shit.
So you're saying the brain is the only thing that can't be touched?
It's not my fucking opinion.
It ain't.
No.
1972 would have been.
No, that would have been opinion. That's opinion.
In
The
Dubai, it's
objective
absolutely
fact,
opinion.
listen, the objective fact is that being gay is not a mental disorder. Being trans is not a mental disorder. The
So you know,
stress
objective means
related to the cultural bias.
So
Shut up and listen to my
wait.
words. Oh my God. The stress related to the cultural bias toward trans and gay people, that's the thing that's imaginary inside their brain. The chemicals are there, but I mean, like, the stress, that's the thing that is the mental disorder, not the being trans or being gay.
So if you wanted to marry a tree, would that be a mental disorder?
I don't know about marrying a tree. It seems like it might
Would
be,
it be because the brain stuff is going on? You're talking about something wacky happened there. Would it be a mental disorder? Simple.
I'm not a psychiatrist, but it seems like it would be.
Nah, he's not a psychiatrist. Wow.
No, I'm not a psychiatrist. I don't
So
diagnose
you
people
see
like that.
a difference between gay and marrying a tree.
Yes, there's a difference between being gay and marrying a tree.
Having
Huge
sex
difference.
with an animal, bestiality, is that not a problem?
Well, if it's not a
Or
human,
is that
if it's not a human,
is it a mental
oh
disorder?
my God.
But you're doing a false equivalency.
Can you let me finish my goddamn sentence? You asked me a question, I'm trying to answer it, and you repeat yourself over and over. I heard you the first time. So being gay is not the same as wanting to marry a tree. That's fucking stupid.
Okay, having sex with a pig or a goat.
Not the same as being gay. No, not the same as being
It's not
gay.
the same. That
Not
is
the
wild.
same.
So
I'll say it's the same as being trans, not being
No,
gay.
it's not the
No,
same as
it's
being
not.
trans
not
either.
gay.
That's fucking stupid. You should never ever repeat
So
that.
what's the difference between trans and gay? Tell us.
Well,
Yeah.
trans is
Apart
about
your knowledge.
trans is about yourself, while being gay is about what you're attracted to.
What?
Don't repeat that, Donald.
What?
So being
What?
trans is about
What?
how you feel about yourself, while being
What are
gay.
you talking?
Oh my God! Can I finish my
Explain
goddamn
yourself.
sentence? Can I finish my goddamn sentence? Can I
People just
finish?
make
Can I
up shit.
finish? Can I fucking finish? My goddamn
Just making up
sentence,
shit.
please. Shut the fuck up. Just shut up.
Can you be trans and not gay?
Can I move you to the audience? Oh yes, I can.
Oh
Yes, you
my
can be
God.
trans and not gay. That's fucking silly. So the difference between being gay and being trans is one is about how you feel about yourself, and one is what you're attracted to about someone else.
Trans and not gay.
That makes
Yes,
no
you can be
fucking
trans and not gay.
You could be so trans but be with the opposite sex.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can be trans and be with either sex.
Yeah, Donald can't have
Bisexual.
conversations out this room.
No, it's not bisexual unless you're attracted to both sexes. That's what bisexual means.
How can you not recognize the difference between being trans, which is an identity thing, and being gay, which is a sexuality thing? It's not rocket
Religion.
science.
Okay.
It's all
Okay.
about his religious belief.
Yeah.
Y'all niggas
Yeah,
is
that
weird.
says a lot. That
Listen,
says a lot.
my thing is you're saying that this is normal.
Yeah, it's normal.
So you're confused with your genitals.
No,
No.
you're not confused.
No. Why?
no
Why did that
confusion.
follow, dude?
So Steve,
Can I
a man is a woman.
Trans people exist,
look.
dumbass.
Why y'all
Look,
can't answer that simple
Look,
question?
my view, right? My view
Did
is
it?
like totally independent. Like what you're saying, right? You're not defending it. You're just going, it's unnatural, right? And the problem with that, right? If you go like being gay is unnatural, let me just like point to animals in nature that are homosexual, right? Like, are you just gonna deny, right, that animals that we know animals are sometimes
Wait,
in same
are
sex relationships?
you gonna tell me
Like
flowers can fertilize each other? They both have both.
No one is talking about
Both.
fertilizing anything.
no one is
But would
talking
that
about
be gay?
that,
Wait,
right?
is that a transgender or is that gay? The plant.
No, what? No,
The bee.
No, it's
You don't.
not. It's called, what is it called?
It's what? What is?
I'm trying to
Is there a
remember.
male
I'm
plant?
trying to remember a word.
Female plant?
Shut up for a minute. Shit. What is it called when you are asexual? It's asexual reproduction. There's no sexual reproduction there.
No, listen. One pollen is come out of a plant going, and it can go to the same side of the same
But
plant.
that's not
A bee can
sex.
simply do that.
but that's not sex.
Okay, the whole point of life is to reproduce.
No, it's not. That's goofy.
Okay, what is the
Prove
point of
it,
life?
Donald. Yeah, prove it.
There's no point to life. What are you talking about?
Everything
Demonstrate
living
that.
does what? They duplicate, they reproduce.
That's what genetics does, yeah, but that's not like a
Right.
purpose.
Either if you
I'm
don't
in
do it,
the
what would
middle of
happen?
a sentence there. I'm in the middle of a sentence there.
Yeah, let him finish, bro.
The fuck is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? That's a serious question. What the fuck is wrong with you? You do this every time that I try and answer a question. In the middle of me answering the question, you ask an unrelated question. It's like you don't want to hear the answer. You're just waiting for your turn to talk. And that's not a conversation. That's a dialogue tree. I don't participate in dialogue trees.
Go ahead, Donald. Shut up, cause you do it too.
No, I don't. I don't have dialogue trees. You can just take your hand and just ram it as far up your rectum as possible, and fuck your
That's
shit.
gay. That's a gay statement.
No.
Or is it a transgender
At
statement? I
best,
don't know.
it's masturbation.
I'd say more of a gay, not transgender.
At best, it's masturbation because you're doing it to yourself. That's fucking stupid.
If you have a dress on, it's transgender.
No,
I get
it's
it.
still masturbation no matter what you do. You're doing it to yourself. It's masturbation.
Hey, Donald, can you demonstrate that there's no purpose to life?
I don't have to. You have to demonstrate that there is.
Wow.
You have
made
to
the claim.
Stop.
I didn't make the
Stop.
claim.
It always is, always was, but no purpose.
Motherfucker, stop. You have to demonstrate that there is a purpose to life. That's how this shit works. So, demonstrate the purpose of life.
I didn't make the claim.
You did.
You made the claim.
Demonstrated by creating a daughter.
I responded
What
to
did
a
you
claim.
do?
Shut up. I responded to a claim. I did not make a claim. I responded to a claim.
So when someone says, because I didn't, no, I get what you're saying, because I'm not the one who said it, but two claims were made. One claim was there's a purpose to life, then the other claim there's not a purpose to
And
life.
I asked him to demonstrate the purpose of life.
Okay, so so demonstrate the purpose of life, Mighty. Then I want Donald to demonstrate there's not a
Purpose of life.
Yeah.
All right. Every living creature purpose is to reproduce and not extinct its own. Get into a situation to extinct its own species.
Well, I mean,
That's the
99% of
purpose.
species that
Because
have
not everything.
Stop!
A star.
Stop! God damn you! Motherfucker, stop! 99% of all species have gone extinct, so that doesn't really help your argument in any way. Fucking hell. You don't know how to have a conversation.
Nobody said anything about that. We're trying to stop it. That's the purpose. A starfish doesn't have a brain.
Demonstrate
It still
that's the
doesn't want to
purpose
die.
of life.
Does a starfish have a brain, sir?
It has several brains, yeah.
I have several brain. How about a jellyfish?
Jellyfish has several brains.
No, it doesn't. Where you get that from? You're talking about octopus and squids. Jellyfish don't have brains. They're cousins to coral.
Shut up.
Coral.
How many brains does a jellyfish have?
I would like an apology when you're done.
That's why we're looking it up to see who's right. How many brains does a jellyfish have? Zero brains. Okay, so a jellyfish has no brains. I was wrong.
You're wrong, right? So I get to
just
interrupt
said
you.
that, dude. I
Great.
just said
Hey,
that.
shut up. You shut up.
No, I don't have to shut up. I was just wrong about that one thing. We looked it up. Jellyfish has no brains. So what?
I wonder
lots of animals have no brains. You want me to look up how many animals don't have brains?
That just goes to show you how many other things you'd be wrong about.
Just because I was wrong about one thing doesn't mean I was wrong about everything.
Yes.
Don't have brains.
But can you demonstrate that there's no purpose to life?
You have to demonstrate there is a purpose to life.
You just did.
No, you didn't. You didn't demonstrate anything except that biology reproduces. How is that? How do you demonstrate that that's the purpose of life?
No, I'm saying that was his. I'm not saying that's the purpose of life. What I'm saying is he gave a demonstration on his opinion. I'm asking
No, he
you
didn't.
now.
All he did was make the
Oh,
claim
my God.
again. He just restated the claim. That's all. He didn't demonstrate anything. Y'all don't know what a demonstration is.
So you're not able to demonstrate unless he demonstrates.
The thing is that my response to a claim, I don't have to demonstrate. If you say there's a purpose to life, and I say no, there's not, demonstrate that. It's your responsibility to demonstrate there's a purpose to life.
I have a child. I clearly demonstrated. the
You have to
purpose of my
demonstrate that
lineage.
that's the purpose of life, because I don't have children and I'm still alive.
You don't. You did not demonstrate.
I don't have
Thank you, sir.
children.
Did not, Donald.
I did. I don't have children, and I still have life, so that's not the purpose of life.
Now, if you would have said, I don't believe that that's the purpose of life, that's cool. But when you say there is no purpose, you're also making a claim. You're responding with a claim.
Yes, I'm
You're not
responding
responding with just
to
an
a claim.
opinion
I'm
or
responding
belief.
to a claim. I'm saying I don't believe you. Please demonstrate that.
Right. Now, that's okay. Now, when you put the belief in there, that's cool because belief is subjective. So
Okay,
that's cool.
that
That's
does not
just your
exist.
belief.
Please
Okay,
demonstrate that.
Demonstrate what?
There is no purpose to life. Please demonstrate there is.
Oh, that's the brother, because I ain't making that claim.
All right, then why are you talking? Because I'm talking to the guy who
Because
said
I'm
okay, then shut up if you're not talking about that.
So
I'm talking to
the
the other
atheist
guy.
thing that life has no purpose.
Yeah, demonstrate
Life
that it
has no
does.
purpose. Is that an atheist thing?
No, it's
Life
not.
has no purpose.
Yeah, I
No,
think it is.
It's
it
not an
gotta be
atheist thing. It's just
because
it's just a life
you have
thing.
no
Oh my
children.
fucking Christ! You asked me a question. Shut up and let me answer it.
Yeah, let him answer it, bro.
What the fuck is wrong with you? No, it's not an atheist thing. There are other religions like Buddhism that think there's not a purpose to life. You just go through and get reincarnated until nirvana or whatever.
But to them, that's
They
purpose.
do believe
No, that's not
exactly what you
purpose.
said.
That's
Yeah,
just a
that is the
process.
purpose. To be better. You
No,
can't.
that's not
The
a
more
purpose.
good you are, you
Stop,
can be born again
motherfuckers!
in their
Stop!
religion.
Hey, you wrong
Stop!
again. That's
Oh my
crazy.
God! Stop talking. That's not a purpose. That's a process. They're trying to get to the end of the process. That's not a purpose.
Can we look up
Hey,
definition of
did you
purpose?
say Christ? Why did you say Christ if you're an atheist?
Shut up.
Cultural idioms, you fucking idiot, will never demonstrate Christ.
You were a Christian, weren't you?
Hey,
Hold on,
Donald,
Marty.
start for Allah, man. May Allah bless you.
Fuck Allah.
Amadi, this is
His
the
prophet
definition.
fucked a kid, so I don't really care about Allah.
Yeah, that's crazy. But look, this is
Yeah.
the definition of purpose: the reason for which something is done or created, or for which something exists. So, if there's a process to this life, and we're trying to get to
But
that
there's not.
point,
There's no goal.
I
Demonstrate
know. I'm
there's a goal.
saying, I
Demonstrate there's a
know.
goal.
Here, listen, Don, you're not listening.
I
I'm
am
saying we're talking
listening.
about
You're
Buddhists.
just wrong. So
I
demonstrate
know.
that there's a goal
I
to
feel
life.
you. No, what I'm saying, I'm talking about the Buddhist belief. I'm not
I don't
making
care
that
about the
claim. I'm
Buddhist
saying
belief. I could not care
you
less about
brought
the
it
Buddhist
up,
belief. They're wrong too.
but you brought it up.
Yeah, to demonstrate how wrong you are.
Right, so that's why I'm responding. That's why I'm talking about
But
Buddhists.
you don't need to respond to the Buddhist thing.
Why?
Because I'm not a Buddhist.
I'm not saying you are. I'm just responding to the
I don't care about the Buddhist thing. That was
statement
just
you
a
made.
I just brought that up to demonstrate that you were
Yeah,
wrong.
but you're a peer researcher.
I don't think he is.
I'm not a peer researcher. I don't know what that means.
You said you go to journals to peer review. You go to journals to
He
peer
just,
review.
bro. He just says things.
I read
Donald,
He
you're a
just says
slave.
things.
I'm
I
not
think
a slave.
you're a little
Demonstrate
tired
that I'm a
now.
slave.
You must be exhausted, Donald.
Demonstrate that I'm a slave.
Yeah, all that yelling and crying. Yeah, that it could be exhausting.
Demonstrate that I'm a
But
slave. Whoever said that I'm a slave, demonstrate that I'm a slave.
go 10 minutes without yelling and crying.
I don't cry. And the only reason
And Donald, you're gay.
the only reason I yell is to get you assholes to
Donald's
shut the
not gay.
The only reason
Donald
that I
is
yell
gay.
is to get y'all to shut the fuck
You're
up.
He likes
gay.
you.
You're
He
projecting
likes
your
you.
gayness
Couldn't
onto
care
Donald.
less about gay people.
Donald
Oh my
likes
God,
you.
who cares? Being
You
called
both
gay
are
is
gay.
not an insult.
Hello?
I don't care.
Hello, are we live on YouTube? Hello?
Yes, we're live on YouTube, Republican.
All right, let me go to the YouTube
I
live
want
and
somebody here.
make a comment. I'd like to prove that God exists. I've been working on an equation for the past 2 weeks in my mathematical science labs. I got funding from George Soros, and I've actually drafted what I consider to be the perfect mathematical equation to convince Donald God exists. Now, this equation is specifically tailored and engineered for Donald's brain because if we can't prove it to Donald, then the hopes of becoming Albert Einstein. Hello? Oh, okay. Okay, please hold. I gotta go to my lab and get the paperwork. I'll be right back.
Oh, awesome.
Hey, I like Lord. He's funny.
Also, there's a whole lot of new people in the audience. Feel free to come on stage. Try to invite everybody, but if you raise your hand, I'll invite you up. Someone's ready.
Actually, Donald, can I just leave? Can I just post the equation to your YouTube live so the world can see the brilliance of the
Sure.
equation?
I'm fine with that. Dennis, apparently you've been put to the audience too many times for me to bring you up.
Why are you angry?
I spent many weeks on this equation, and I used AI from multiple different platforms, and I'm 100% convinced that this equation proves beyond a reasonable doubt, mathematically, scientifically, that God is real, and Donald's opinions are as valuable as the trash in your trash can.
I don't state
Hello?
opinions. Did you post it yet?
Did we get confirmation with Grog on that one?
Candles you will trace
Whoever's doing the music must stop. No music.
Alright.
Hey, thank you.
Hello?
No music. Thank you for subscribing, Christy Roby.
Thanks, CM, down in the audience, for all of his negative criticism in the chat over the past couple days. That's what really
Shut up, you
pushed
boo
me.
boy. Shut up, you
Hello?
boo boy.
John Kidder
Hello?
and Dean Patel.
Hello? Yeah, I do math because I want to know the truth of the earth since my birth. And the truth is that CM is not as good as a mathematician as I am. I'm the best mathematician there is. CM is an amateur mathematician. I'm a
my God.
and science.
I'm gonna
Anyways,
now.
I have my mathematical equation to prove that God exists, and I am complete.
I concur with this
I'm gonna
notion.
do it with my finger in the air. Okay, I just did the sign, everybody. I just did the mathematical equation sign of the infinity loop, and I have proven beyond reasonable doubts.
Hey, Lord, did we get confirmation with Grog?
Lord got kicked down like everybody else.
I mean, when you can't control yourself, I have no choice.
I wish you could kick yourself down.
Okay, no problem.
Donald, please help yourself.